Testing. 1, 2, 3. We good. We live again. Hey, I was trying to rhyme there. Ooh, for the people watching this after, it's gonna be pretty embarrassing for me, isn't it? Alright, waiting for people to join. Come on, people, join up, people. Come on. At least one person. Twilight Sparkle, where you at, bro? Join up. Come on, where you at? Where you at? I'm embarrassing myself in front of the whole internet. Waiting game, I love it. Testing that with 3, but to make sure I'm recording. You see? I need help. I'm back, boy. Yeah, let's go, man. Alright. I'm hoping I got everything fixed. I did a private test stream, which I did that before, but I didn't do it with the sound. Shut up. I'm smart. I wished. Ow. Ow. So everything should be working properly. We're just going to go straight into it. If it actually, hold up. Wait a minute. I have a test. Hold up. Wait a minute. I have a test. Boy, we are straight golden like Goldilocks up in this. Ooh. Oh, never mind. What the freak? Oh shoot, I got 15%. On my phone, not my camera. 50% on my phone. I almost said watch. Look at me, people. Look at me. Oh, shoot. I missed the camera. Now I gotta go back and look at it. Gosh darn it. Alright. Excellent connection. I appreciate that, YouTube Studio. Yeah, this is the one I want. You're about to swear there. Be careful. Oh, I'm being careful, bro. If I was about to swear, bro, I got to ask for forgiveness, man. I'll have to ask for forgiveness. Now, I'm going to turn the volume of the video up just a tiny bit. If it, whatever y'all can't hear that well, let me know in the chat and I will change it. If it's lagging for you, let me know as well, because I don't want it to be lagging. I have pretty much what I can see here. I don't want to be talking over it, but what I can see here is I can see it has excellent connection. Excellent connection. I don't know why I messed up there. Excellent connection. I'm gonna trust it. I'm going to trust that. Scribbler's Christmas. What the freak did I say? Scribbler's Christmas Crackers 2023. Okay. Okay. I don't know what the freak that's supposed to mean. Okay. I love this beat, man. Is it just me or do I love this beat? By the way, a long video. A long live stream. Just letting y'all know in advance. Look how long the video is, bro. 2 hours and 49 minutes. Scribbler Pony video compilations.
Warning. The following video contains scenes of graphic violence. Viewer discretion is advised.
Home Sweet Home at Candymare Tower Chapter 1. I've been wanting to hear this forever. My bad, get hyped.
A complex
Star
spell
Swirl
flared into life as the old unicorn shuffled through the thin papers
I'm gonna turn
of an
the
almost impossibly thick
video
tome.
up a little bit.
The sigils and eldritch emblems hung
We are watching the
flaming
movie
in the air
Twilight Sparkle.
as complex
We are.
calculations weaved them together
You
into
and me
a
both.
dense matrix of light. All about the tables were piles of books, beakers, and jars of coloured fluids, all lit by the soft glow of many dribbling candles. The thick puddles of spent tallow on the cold stone floor, which streamed from wall sconces and dripped from the laden tables, gave some indication of just how long Starswell the Bearded had been at work on this particular thermological display. It was a more mundane device, however, a simple cuckoo clock that
I thought I'd have stopped the stream. I was about to be embarrassed. I do want to say something right now. I cannot blur out the swear words in this, so there might be some. Knowing Scribbler, there will be some. If there's not one swear word in this whole thing, it'll be a world record for Scribbler Productions. If it's a lost narrator, we already have a cuss word in it. We would already have cuss word in it, so luckily it's not lost. So hopefully there's not too many. If there's GD in it, ooh, we gonna have a problem. But I just want to let you know I can't blur those out.
timed to let the old mage know
break
that he was
tradition.
running late. With a grumble and a spark of light from his horn, the display was snuffed out,
Good there, bro.
along with the candle flames. He moved to the single shuttered window afforded to his high tower, and threw open the shutters to the cold breeze, allowing some of the smoky air from within to drift out in tangled plumes. As his vision cleared and adjusted to the light, Starswirl gazed out across the city. Snowflakes fell through the gathering twilight, and the unicorn could not
So
help
it's
but
snowing.
smile as his eyes fell on the great
That's good to
spools
know.
of ribbon and garland that so festively decorated Canterlot. Bells rang out across the snow-wrapped city, bringing merriment and a lightness of the heart to all who heard them. Canterlot was beautiful in the winter, none could deny it, though there were many who remembered the bitter chill which had gripped their ancestral lands. Even those who had every reason to shun the season had to admit that the spires of the former Alicon citadel sparkled and shone magnificently beneath the frost. Gathering up his cloaks, Starswirl set out into the city. It had been
Taking
very
my wallet
kind
out,
of
bro.
the
I don't wanna be
Alicorns
uncomfortable
to
for
gift
this whole
the
3
city to
hours.
the unified tribes of Equestria, the old unicorn thought, as with a jingle of bells from his own wide-brimmed hat, the unicorn moved through the busy
This
streets to his
artwork is freaking
destination.
fantastic,
Though
bro.
he was sure that it was as much a gift to their new princesses as to their people, having such a city as the new capital of Equestria could not help but bring
Why
pride
are their
to even the
horns
most jaded
so
heart.
sharp?
One day, he really would have to get around to finding out what land or nation it was to which the other Alicorns had retreated.
Corbett, if you
But given that
hear so many GDs, rage like Markiplier, boy, you know that I broke my pinky, and you also know that is 100%
their great
fact.
generosity
You know that.
and their even greater power, he could leave them their mysteries for the time being. There were
Ah,
other matters of
I'm
import
good.
for the fledgling nation, and it was Starswirl
I rage
the
more
Bearded's
than
intention
Markiplier, let's be
to
honest.
guide Equestria to the best of his ability.
try to do some ASMR.
Part of maintaining order in the new nation, the
Was
old
that good?
unicorn
I don't know.
knew, was reminding it of its past. Already, there were new generations being born who never knew a time when the tribes had been divided by distrust and disharmony,
Okay.
as much as by hegemony.
Boy, whoa, let Lost and Mag, get out of here, man. They
Yet even
get,
so,
bro.
lest
Get
they be led
out.
to repeat the mistakes of the past, they would need to be educated on where it was that they had come from.
Get
and
out of
just
here,
how fragile
man.
was the harmony they now enjoyed.
Boy, it's a family
It had
channel.
been the princesses themselves who had suggested that
Shut
a
up.
play be commissioned. They had even set aside a grand hall, almost like unto a cathedral.
Wondrous to behold.
Cathedral, what the freak is that?
Starswirl
I've heard that
thought
before, but I
as
don't know
he
what the freak
gazed
that
up at the
is.
edifice. Even more so inside, as it was bedecked with boughs of holly, bright red ribbons, and garlands of evergreen for the first performance. There were
Okay, my
hopes, to be
recording.
sure,
Tight.
that
We
this might
good.
become something of an annual remembrance, and Starswirl
Excellent
thought it
connection.
very likely,
Praise God.
given the sea of ponyfolk that filled the great hall from
Praise
end
God.
to end.
All I gotta say.
It was clear from all the bright and smiling faces that this was viewed as something of a novelty, not just for the viewing public,
I'm gonna-
but by all involved.
I'm not gonna pause it.
He could
Sorry
see
for
the
over talking.
actors every now and again
Over-talking
nervously
over
twitch
it.
aside the voluminous curtains
But
on
I will
stage
be getting me an
to peek out at
extender
the growing crowd.
Cord.
It was possible
so
that
I can
never
have the
before in the
freaking
history
camera
of pony kind
over
had
here.
any pony had such a large
It's blocking
crowd
like
to
the
perform
corner
for.
of the screen.
While the art form
Not
was
much,
not
but
unknown in the high
still
courts of
enough.
the unicorns, the recent past had seen such performances fall out
No,
of
excuse me.
favour. The unicorns had no time for such distractions when they were still expending their best and brightest
those unicorns
on the
look
raising of the
mean,
sun
bro.
and the moon. The Pegasi,
that the top left?
always of a more militaristic bent, saw
Dang.
such frivolities as a sign of weakness. Even the humble earth ponies had shunned what few travelling performers of farce and tragedy they had, for their lot in life
She
had
say
been
trankety?
farce and tragedy enough to contend with in and of itself.
Get out of here, mouse.
Of course, in the past, what few plays
My mouse is
were
still
put on
visible.
would have been for
Boy.
only one tribe at a time, and often only dealing with matters relevant to that tribe. Which is why Starswirl had been surprised by the princess's suggestion, and even more surprised by how enthusiastically every pony else had supported the idea, joining in the creation of what Starswirl
Those
hoped
ponies
would
look
stand
mean,
as
bro.
a
Those ponies
potent
look
symbol
mean.
of harmony. A tale about coming together despite distrust and differences, and forming unshakable bonds of
Ted and Ed with the
friendship
three.
that would hopefully prove
so.
a shining example to all of Equestria. It was unfortunate, then, to say the least, the look on some of the
don't, Twiza Sparkle, don't jinx it like that. Don't jinx it like that. Hold up a minute. Don't jinx it. He said, oh no, Lost and Mag, you know exactly what that means. Huge amounts of profanity. No, don't jinx
faces
us,
of
bro.
those who sat in places of honor
No,
in the audience.
man.
Princess Luna and Princess Celestia themselves were in attendance, of course,
Boy, they
wearing
young.
smiles that were just a little strained. The source of this problem was perhaps his own apprentice, Clover the Clever, who sat near them with a stormy look on her face.
Heard that dude
Clover
before.
had been by turns morose and frantic for the last few days, and it was likely that she viewed this play as nothing more than a distraction from the work to which she and Starswell had been so dedicated.
It is better for us to take a break and enjoy the play, and be reminded of all the good things that have come from the founding of Equestria, rather than dwelling on the dark problems of the moment.
That camera's
Then
still in
again,
the way.
it was possible that the problem was Commander Hurricane, who sat ramrod straight and
Why they look
blank-faced
so
on the other
evil?
side of the princesses.
Why they
flanked
look
by
so
a pair of
freaking
armed
evil?
Pegasus guards. The commander had been
Bro.
distant of late, but Starswell
Go
couldn't
get a
blame him.
life.
He hoped his friend would come
My
around
bad.
eventually,
My bad.
but he always had been a Pegasus of action, and it was clear
pony
he'd much
right
rather
there.
be out scouring the land for
pony right-
enemies
That
rather
hair.
than sitting in his
a
officer's
haircut.
uniform in this stuffy,
Bottom
loud
left,
hall.
right.
Princess
I know my left and right.
Platinum
Shut
and
up.
King Bullion were in attendance, of course, but they wore the haughty, distant
Those
expressions
names.
of all nobility when surrounded by peasants. The only genuine smiles
That dude said-
were
that
worn
girl
by
said
Smart
peasants.
Cookie and
I'm
Chancellor
sorry, Scribbler. I
Puddinghead.
called you a dude. My
Of
bad.
course, these last
Don't
two did
kill
not
me.
yet know the reason for their other friends'
I'm so
agitation.
gonna die.
Starswell would have to remedy that.
But it can wait until after the play.
It was starting now. The curtains were rising. The play began with a cold, wintry wind, the howl
How
of a
is it
distant,
gonna turn
unseen
dark,
Wendigo,
man?
and
How?
the gentle falling of a few flakes of snow.
Y'all seen the first Candymare stories? Woo! Don't. Like, you know there's gonna be some crap going on, bro. Silver Spoon Diamond might die again. Those deaths. This Corbett should get his own life. Sorry for boy.
I put quill to parchment today for the first time since I was a wee filly. It was my mother who first taught me. She had been a maidservant for a rich unicorn family in her youth.
I remember that twice a
Expected
sparkle.
their staff to know the ways of writing.
He
and
said,
help
this
teach
dude,
the
I have
young
to say
lords.
that this dude said Corbett should get his own life. Boy, I'll remember that.
I find holding
only 9
the
minutes
quill
in,
more
but I
difficult
remember
than
that.
I remembered, but I welcome the distraction.
I
I'm
remember
keeping
that.
this journal purely for that purpose, after all.
Who's
As
that?
A distraction.
That ain't no
It's been
Luna.
a few months now
Kinda
since
looks
my
like her, but
husband
I ain't no
and
Luna.
My little pumpkin disappeared.
Yeah, that's
Swallowed
not
whole
Luna.
by the big
That's not
city,
Luna.
Or run
She'd be
off
lonely
to warmer
forever.
climes. I
My
do
bad.
not know which. I'd like to think that they did not abandon me willingly. But in my weaker moments,
I abandoned
when the
myself,
cold
though,
wind
so hey.
whistles through the cracks in the old
That didn't make no
homestead,
sense. Shut up.
I find that I can't blame them if they did choose to leave me behind. After all, I barely looked for them more than a few days when they first disappeared.
Yeah, you see?
Coward that I am.
Yeah, you are coward.
It doesn't do to
Thanks for
dwell
taking
on
to me.
such things.
Thanks for taking the words out of my
Even so,
the live stream.
what
I'm
few
nervous.
friends I
Y'all
have
make me
left
nervous. Stop looking at me.
seem to think it might help me some to get my true feelings out with this diary, since I've staunchly refused to open up to them. I know I'm by no means the only
Is it weird you're the
widow,
only viewer watching this live
nor
stream? Cause
even
the spark? I think it
the only
is.
mother
I think we
who's
gotta
lost a
change
child
that. We
in
gotta
these
share this.
parts.
I need to get me a freaking Twitter
But
account,
at least
Instagram,
those
Facebook. I
of us
gotta share this stuff
had a
on that.
body to bury.
I gotta share this stuff
At
on
least
that.
They could
I'm not.
grieve.
I'm not.
I feel as though I'm stuck.
Because my
perpetually on the
freaking family
verge
will see
of
this.
mourning.
And then they will abandon me.
Even so,
Don't want
part
that to
of me
happen, so.
expects that cabbage-headed husband of mine to come through the door at any moment.
Cabbage-headed
with some
husband.
tale
Hold up. That was a rose. That was
wild
low-key a rose.
adventure Or lame
What's her name?
excuse.
If you called it Twas a
Our
Sparkle, let me
little
know. 'Cause
pumpkin
I didn't catch it.
bounding at his hooves.
I didn't catch it.
At this point, I don't know if I would hug him or bash his head in for all this worry.
Bro, we getting
It's
violent?
just me that's
Let me do the
likely to
bashing, bro.
this.
That sounds a
Don't
little
feel
weird
ashamed
if you
to
take it out of
say that I
context.
spent
So
most
don't.
days in the parlor here
Even though I'm technically the
at
only one who
home,
took it out of context. But you know what the
in
frick I mean?
hopes that I could find out which idle fancies I fear. Not
Bro,
good
her writing is
for a
fancy.
lonely heart.
Dang.
My friends have suggested.
She's trying the same
I
thing
try
over and over and
searching
over
for
again,
them
but dang.
But I've heard terrible rumors of disappearances.
Turn these lights off
and
from
death
my
in the
speakers.
castle town as of late.
Boy,
While
there we
it's
go.
possible my loved ones could be victims of the same, it would do them no good if I were to be spirited away as well, and they come home to an empty house. Would they know I had searched for them? Would they think I had abandoned them, as I fear they
sound
have
old as
abandoned
freak.
me? No.
Sorry. No, I'm not. I had to say
The
that.
city and all those
But it's
horny heads
snowing.
looking down their noses at the mad widow wandering the streets in search of a lost husband and daughter. Like as not, I'd end up in their dungeons for my own good. I fear all I can do is wait, tending to the farm as best I can in this unnatural cold.
The window goes back or something.
That someday,
Make friends.
They will
Get a
return to
life.
me.
I don't need a life, Cousin
or
Sparkle.
someday,
I don't need a
I'll
life.
be brave enough to let go.
I can live without a life. Which kind of don't make sense at all if you think about it, but I can.
Thank the sun and the moon and all the shining stars in the sky. My little one returned to me today. My little pumpkin. It happened when I was in the wood on the edge
Well,
of
we
the
know who's
farm,
going to die first.
chipping away at an old oak tree for the
That
stove.
child is going to die
I
first.
could barely see her.
I mean, we know.
As dusk
We just
was
know.
coming on and the shadows were growing thick.
I think Apple Bloom was the first one to die in the
but
last
I
one. I
knew
don't
it
remember.
was her
Maybe
as
AJ.
soon as she called out to
So Apple
me.
Bloom died first. I don't even
She
remember.
wore different clothes and seemed unsteady on her hooves.
Maybe neither.
But still, she had the same.
Technically, what the freak was that? I paused it and my screen flashed over to this screen. Sorry, this screen flashed over to this screen. I'm like the chat got enlarged. That was weird. But technically, the Candymare died first. I mean, at least her old body did, technically. If y'all don't know the lore, y'all won't know what I'm talking about.
My little
But
Billy. And we embraced for so long, snow had time to settle in our hair. She was so small and
they
fragile.
weren't waiting quite a while then.
Such a delicate thing. She barely seemed to weigh anything at all. I got her inside and next to the cherry red stove as quick as I could. She was a ravenous little thing, which wasn't surprising since she was skin and bones. So we shared a meal. The first family meal
Your
since
face.
she disappeared. We chatted, of course.
Looks like the brick wall behind
I
you.
can barely remember what about. This has all just been one huge whirlwind for me. In truth,
Your head
I
went through
fear
a
I may be
whirlwind.
dreaming, or telling a little fib
That's a
to
freaking
myself
brick
in my
wall.
waking
That's not
hours.
a face.
But no,
I'm just saying.
I can hear her even now.
Just saying.
The clip-clopping of her little hooves as she moves about her room, bringing a
If y'all don't know
warmth
why
to
I'm
my
laughing,
heart
y'all
I
ain't
have
gonna
not
get it.
felt in ages. The hour is
Clip-clopping.
late. I can only imagine what would stir her from her
Your
slumber.
only hint.
Nightmares, most likely, about the ordeal she went through getting home,
About Candymare.
or perhaps
Is that
what
child
was done to
Candymare?
her in that wicked city.
Camera's
I
over
want
here.
to ask her, but part of me wonders if I really want to know the truth about what happened to her.
Probably not.
Part
I
of
mean-
me just thinks,
Oh, I just had a realization. Words. What's the word I'm looking for? I just had a panic attack. Apparently. Freak. I don't know what the voice crack. Freak. I don't know what the word is. Freak. There we go. I don't know what the word is. Never mind. Epiphany. Epiphany. Is that the word I'm looking for? Y'all about to tell me in a minute. Hopefully. Anyways. This is the child. So the child of this pony, this woman, sophisticated woman. The girl and the father went to the scientist, and pretty much I'm literally having a panic attack. If y'all don't know the story of Candymare, the original story of Candymare, y'all won't understand what I'm talking about. But pretty much, the child and the father went up to a scientist, and stuff happened. Pretty much, this is that child. This is Candymare.
I should be happy to have her
Please be.
back.
Please.
And just let whatever
Freak.
happened be. But I know That's not right.
It's hot in here.
If some pony
Already.
hurt my little pumpkin,
You kill him.
as much as it sickens me to think about, I need to know. I need to see them brought to justice for taking her away from me.
Snap
and
their
doing
neck,
who knows what to her.
Take their neck bone, stab it through the
And her
head, rip their
father.
head off, burn it,
How
and then
could I
have a torch.
forgotten her cabbage head of
You
a
two
father?
don't take me down for that.
Does she know what happened to him as
I was
well?
just describing what could happen.
Did he abandon her? I could never believe that of him. Not
No,
in
he
my
dead.
wildest dreams.
He is dead.
But then, where is he?
Dead.
Have I regained a daughter only to lose any hope of seeing my husband ever again?
You can always kill your daughter. I
Does
mean, that's
me
the
no good to
YouTube.
work myself
Chill.
up like this.
Don't demonetize or
But I
don't take
know
this video
such
down, YouTube.
bittersweet thoughts will haunt
I can't
my
say demonetize
dreams
'cause I'm not
tonight.
making money for it, so I can't say
fear,
demonetize.
Like my little
Don't take it
one,
down.
I will have a hard time sleeping. Still, I will
Appreciate
wait
that.
until morning to question my daughter. Undoubtedly,
Why?
she has been through much to return to me, and I wouldn't think of tormenting her by bombarding her with questions
I
at this
would.
late hour.
I'd be like, what time you gonna kill me so I can
Perhaps
kill you
tomorrow,
first?
Over
Like,
breakfast.
Honestly.
Though our food stores are running low thanks to this blasted weather, I will make a homecoming feast.
Our president's
the likes
brains
of
running
which
low.
No
What you talking
pony
about?
has eaten before.
Roasted that piece of crap in office right now.
I
Boy,
place
get him
pen
out.
to parchment once again, though weakly. Still, I must.
Y'all have no idea how I am so glad, words, that the alien and suggestion acts do not exist anymore. Y'all have no idea.
These words down.
Pretty much you
Lest
couldn't
the
say
thoughts in
anything
my
bad about
head
the government.
Burst out of their
Pretty
own
much.
accord and fly off on gossamer
But I don't care.
wings
Biden, you
from my
suck.
fevered brain. I have fallen ill.
That's so painful. Oh my!
Sadness and
Yo, I genuinely had a heart attack. I looked up at my screen, I seen that face. Oh,
severity of my
I'm
malady
sweating.
is worse than any I've experienced before in my life.
Oh,
I find
my
myself
bad,
dizzy
my bad.
and delirious by turns, unable to so much as rise from my bed for fear of what I might see,
My bad.
what I might hear. The smells are the worst.
I'm sorry. Oh, I gotta regain my composure. I can't speak today.
And sometimes I'm not
Oh my
sure
goodness.
if they're real or imagined. But I'm running away from my fears.
Oh, my soul
even as
just
I
flew
try
into
to
outer
put them on
space,
paper.
never to return.
I must not falter. I must face the things
My
I
bad.
dread.
My bad.
My daughter is not my daughter. I know that sounds strange and like the ravings of a diseased
Candymare.
mind. But I swear now that this is something I've
hurt.
suspected ever since she returned home. At first, I tried to explain it away as a product of whatever ordeal she had been through. Whenever I asked about what happened to her, she was vague and evasive.
Oh, vague.
Even
Sorry.
more so when I asked after
Brain
her
cut out.
father what had become of him.
Oh, he did.
She was never one for telling lies before. But
What'd
I
she say?
fear she's lying to me
Oh,
now
never-
when she
never-
says
never
she
mind.
doesn't know what became of him.
My heart's still racing.
There's something in her eyes that makes me think she knows exactly what happened to
Probably
Cabbage
eye
Patch.
drops. What? The freak I say? I say eye drops. I meant peppermints. What? Let's see what the chat. Okay, after you watch this video, that is. Oh wait, my bad. Oh wait, what? I don't get it. Did I say something? You put that in there? I think I'm a little late to see in the chat. Let me know.
And those eyes, were they always that faded a
My
shade
palm
of
is
green?
hurting. Hey, wait, what? Speak up. Maybe I should shut
Were they
up.
always that faded a shade of green? Was her scarlet? Were they always that faded a shade of green?
Were they always that faded as something?
Was her scarlet mane always so wild and unmanageable? I remember
Candymare!
once her happy voice
gotta
filled our home with joy as she sang little songs she made up to entertain herself. Now, She only sings one song, over and over and over, just under her breath between giggling fits. Either the ordeal of my child has been through has driven her slightly mad, or I fear something darker.
Bro, I'm tearing up, bro. I'm loving this stuff. I'm getting too hyped, man. I'm gonna have a heart attack.
Tales of creatures that once plagued the pony tribes. They were beasts that took the faces of your loved ones and took their place, made you believe they were the genuine article, and then slowly drained their victims' love away. Is it possible that one such creature stole
Okay,
the face?
I've been wondering this. Where the freak is her body? There's no way it's that skin. Like, where the freak? I'm sorry.
Of my child, and used it to worm its way into my home,
Freak her body.
into my heart.
She's skinny.
That's why I've fallen so desperately ill, and my daughter seems so strange.
Skinnier than me.
If it were true, I'm not sure how I would really feel.
No, what I just said is not related to what you said. Okay, I think my chat, never mind. It's going good. Never mind. Looked like it was glitching out for a second. Alright, so what you mean, Twilight Sparky? You know I'm slow. Why is my mouse moving slow? Not slow as my brain, though. That's for sure. My bad. I don't know. You know I'm slow, Twilight Sparky. You gotta bear with me. Where my grandpa brain?
I should be outraged, I know. But I was so happy to have her back. Even it is all just a lie. Such
Boy, your life
treacherous
is a lie.
feelings
The cake
make
is a
it
lie.
difficult for me to know what to believe. There are reasons to doubt these suspicions, of course. For instance, how would such a creature learn of my loss? Most of my neighbors have moved away,
Because that's
trying
your
to
child.
escape the bitter cold.
Kinda.
And why choose
It's a
my
long
daughter
story.
instead of my husband? While it's true I loved my baby girl, no one can say I did not love my husband truly. I fear
Her
these
eyes
thoughts
are bloodshot
make
right
me
now.
doubt exactly how truly. And that's something I wish to not dwell on in my sick bed. Truth
In your
be
sick
told,
bed.
it's not just my daughter that is strange to me these days,
Uh-oh.
but the very house itself. I feel like a stranger in my own home. Doors seem to appear and disappear from day to day. I swear the forest looks somehow closer at night.
Oh!
Even I realize it's foolish to think the trees have moved.
Stop doing drugs! Don't wonder why your eye bloodshot!
The screams drifting from those dark woods. Am I truly imagining those? Am I dreaming?
Oh, that's a lot. Hold up, that's a lot, Twilight Sparkle. Hold up, that's a lot. You know I can't read good, that's a lot. I can't read good when people are watching me, that is. I just blew into the mic, my bad. There's the thing going on the internet where people are making memes about a YouTuber named Vera Balai, who allegedly went bankrupt over a softcore has-been hotel animation. Well, that dude is stupid. Is that true? Wait, it said thing going around, people making memes about a YouTuber named who allegedly went bankrupt after a. Well, that dude is dumb. Has been hotel animation. If I remember that, I might check that out after the stream. Not right now, because the stream's gonna be pretty long as it is. But I might check that out after the stream.
Almost as awful as
I
the
might give it a watch.
smells that flood
If it's still
the
up, I don't
house
know
when
if or
I'm
not.
trying
But
to
I
sleep.
mean, that dude is stupid.
Sometimes it's aching.
I mean, putting out content if he likes doing that. I
than
mean,
the fields in springtime
like doing this, but I
with
won't go
all
bankrupt
the
for it.
flowers in bloom.
say that while I bought a new camera, new tripod, new microphone, 2 new monitors, a whole desk, got a freaking SSD card from my computer. I was able to put USB 3.0 into my computer by buying a whole new port for it, which is only like $20. But still, I didn't even know my computer would. It was $12. But still, didn't know my computer will handle that. And by the grace of God, it does. I mean, so technically, you can say I'm going bankrupt. I bought speakers.
Other times it's
I do a lot for you guys. Like,
putrid,
subscribe, comment, bell, notification,
like the
share.
worst rot and decay you could imagine. all mildewing and festering like the underside of a dried-up bog.
Ew.
I know the simplest explanation is not that my daughter is secretly a monster, or my old homestead has taken on a life of its own. I know
Look around,
that
woman.
the fault must lie with me.
Well, obviously you
I've
dumb.
never been this sick before. This lost in my own home. My own head. We're
Well, go
running
eat something.
low on
You
food.
skinny.
Or at least we should be. For all my complaints about her strangeness, my little pumpkin has been dutiful in caring for me. She brings me a hot bowl of stew for most meals. Though,
So
for
you're the
life of
problem.
me, I know not what she's using for ingredients. It's thick
Daughter's the
and
problem.
rich and a little creamy. No doubt very nourishing as well. It's nothing I ever taught her how to make.
Why are you complaining?
Even so, that's hardly something to be suspicious about, isn't it?
Yes.
I hear her coming back now. I think she's fetching me an extra blanket before I try to get a little more rest.
What is your
I
problem,
must
woman?
hide this diary. I wouldn't want my sweet daughter to ever read these words. I don't want her to know her mother's crazy delusions.
Alright, you dumb.
Am I still ill?
Yes.
My fever broke some time ago. I'm still a little weak, but I'm strong enough to move about the house.
How old
bitter
are you?
Storm rages
How old is this
outside
pony?
As I write this.
Oh, my bad. Hold
And
up, Dodger
how-
Ball. Hold up. If you want to know, yeah, the softcore means, which I doubt you don't, it basically means non-explicit porno. So I won't be watching that. Okay, I appreciate that. Tarzan Sparkle, I appreciate you. Thank you for
a few
saving my
days
eyes,
now.
my eyeballs.
Or has it been longer?
If y'all didn't know what he
Time
said, y'all
has
can check the
lost
chat
its
yourself.
meaning
Stop being
for
lazy.
me.
People who watch
Part
this in
of
post
me
or
wants
whatever.
To go out,
Or this other
get a
viewer that's
breath
on.
of fresh air.
Go read it yourself.
The stench
I'm
of this
good.
house. What I realize to be the smell of my own sickness assaults my nostrils.
Or maybe it's rotten candy. From
You'd think
Candymare.
I'd grown used to it by now.
Freak out, change my voice like that. I
Every
need
now
help.
and again, some stealthy vapor
That your
or
spine,
gentle
yo, is that your
gust of
spine right there
perfumed
popping
air will
out?
tickle
Boy.
my nose.
Or girl, my bad.
And I will
Get help,
feel
bro.
the same
Or-
sickness and revulsion as before creeping over me. My daughter has been staying away from me by my express command. Whatever ailment I had, I didn't want to risk her catching it as well. I couldn't stand the thought of losing her to an illness after so recently having her reunited to me.
You already don't like your daughter.
At least, that's how I felt at first. I'm sure that's what I meant.
Oh, you
Only
meant do, which I doubt you
Once
do.
she was no longer fussing over me,
Yeah, well,
that's when I started.
Shut up. Yeah, I do. Well, I did hear it before, but I forgot what it means. I think I did know the meaning of it before, but I haven't heard that word, and I couldn't tell you how long. So long ago, it feels like I never heard it before. But no, it sounds softcore, sounds familiar. Why did I just repeat it? Yeah, now I know the meaning of it. Lovely, lovely, lovely.
Was no longer fussing over me.
Yeah.
That's when I started to feel
That
a
dude
little
is stupid.
better. I fear my mind, however, began to wander even more.
I fear your backbone, bro, or your
What was
spine.
she doing while the storm howled outside? Was she getting fresh wood to keep the house so warm and toasty? Where was she getting the food
She
that
was
I now
dying.
know must be all but exhausted? The rich stew she left at my bedroom door was always piping hot and just as good as my first spoonful. Was she actually weathering the storm to keep me in such comfort? How could her tiny, fragile frame withstand the bitter cold?
It's not her.
She is at
It's
her least active during the day, instead moving about the house the most at night.
ooh.
Once I was
Nah,
no longer drifting in and out of sleep. I stayed up
I'm
for
not
a night
doing that, man.
just to listen.
Not.
I don't know what drove me. Insomnia, paranoia. All I know is that I swear I heard
I'm
the
strong,
front
bro.
door open and close in the dead of night. A silence fell over the house that chilled me to the bone. I swear I could hear her tiny voice drifting beneath my window. For the first time, I listened, really listened, to the words of the song she sings to herself when she thinks I can't hear. It wasn't until that song, that laughter, had dwindled into the distance that I dared rise from my bed and lock my bedroom door.
Why wasn't it locked before?
That settles it. I'm afraid she is no daughter of mine. She is a wolf in sheep's clothing.
Pretty much describes it. Don't be a jump scare image.
I pray that I
get
have
scared about
gone
that every time.
mad. I dare not write in the dark, for I know that I am never alone in darkness. It is the bright of day outside, or at least I think it must be.
My dad is calling me, everyone. I'm gonna put on pause for just a second. My bad. Alright, everyone, I'm back. Sorry about that. Sorry about that. Take that with the do. Everything good. Sorry about that. I had to let him know I have to call him back later around 10 o'clock at night. Sorry,
The light
7:47.
that filters
7,
fitfully
8,
through
9,
the
10.
clouds
Yeah.
above.
Be around 11
seems
o'clock
like
when I get done with
daylight
this.
To me,
Dang.
the world outside my window is nothing but dull gray and white for as far as I can see. But even so, it's not nearly as bleak as my home has
Your
become.
eyes look freaking gosh
Nothing makes
darn
sense
like
in this place
drugs.
anymore.
I mean, just me.
I wonder sometimes.
My heart's
Have I
racing.
died? Is this Tartarus? Is this house meant to be my prison
called hell.
for
Get
the
it right,
rest
bro.
of eternity?
Yep.
Is my daughter my smiling jailer? Every time I think of escape, the doors lead to new rooms or blank walls, never outside. The windows, too, are fastened tight, and try as I might, I cannot break the thick glass. How I wish I could break off just one tiny shard.
He is
How I
skinny.
long for even a glimpse of freedom, even if it came at the edge of a piece of glass. There are so many things I regret now. I regret agreeing to let my little girl go to
Release.
the castle
Yeah, that's what I
town.
meant towards the sparkle.
I
Release.
regret not
Look at the
being
chat if you
there
don't know what
to
I'm talking about,
protect
other
her.
viewer.
I regret welcoming her home, or rather, that thing that wears her smile, sings with her voice, and smells of death and candy. I regret knowing what it is I've been eating these past months. Knowing that if I try to stop eating, she'll force feed me. I regret hearing them crying under the floorboards. I regret not being able to do anything for them. Not being
In
able
reality,
to do
couldn't you
anything
just
for
like
myself.
freaking? Could you just
I regret
freaking
going down to the cellar in the first place. See,
Hold up. The cellar? Where the freak did that come in? Hold up. What you gonna do? Anyway, couldn't she just like freaking attack her daughter, aka Candymare? Couldn't she just do that? I mean,
that thing crawl out of the pony I had mistook for my daughter.
Oh, Candymare!
She came sliding effortlessly out of the dead girl's lifeless mouth and
Candymare,
right
she back!
to the shape of another filly
She back, man.
altogether in the
There we go.
darkness. I regret
She
seeing
back.
her smiling and laughing.
Ah,
As
yeah,
she
man.
gorged herself on the poor unfortunates that shivered, broken in the dark below my house. Candy teeth gleaming dully beneath the
boy.
bloody sheen.
Yeah.
I had heard whispers
All right, man.
about the disappearances at the castle town.
Silver spoon,
It's
diamond
true.
dollar, bro. Silver spoon, what the
But
freak?
I
Silver spoon,
hadn't
diamond dollar, bro.
believed them. A pony
Can't speak to that.
made
Told
of
y'all.
candy that
Told y'all can't speak today.
lures away
Told y'all.
children, that plays evil little tricks, that can take down a grown stallion and strip the flesh from his bones in moments with a candy corn smile.
Yeah, you
Foolishness.
definitely did. That was a cuss word. No,
Rumor. Foolishness.
it wasn't.
Rumor and poppycock.
I'm sorry.
Foolishness and
Okay.
poppycock.
And
I
what?
regret not believing. I regret
Did you say
being
ponycorn?
alive.
Well, I'll regret doing this for 3 hours. No, I don't. That's a lie. That's a lie. Ah, I freaked my arm. That's what I get. Don't jump scare me now, Amy. Don't jump scare me, bro. We gonna have an issue. I'll punch the monitor. No, I won't. I ain't that dumb. No, $180. Nah, I ain't gonna do that.
Overhead, the sky
It was
was a
around
uniform
$180.
white.
For both.
The heavens
Nah.
mirrored the ground
Nah,
below,
like 200
where
something.
two ponies
300 something,
trod
whatever.
carefully. Their hooves crunched through the crust of sparkling frost and plunged down into a thick layer of dirty snow.
Tarzan
drifts
Sparkle,
here
there's
are
nothing I
old,
want sweet
only
right now.
slightly
I don't
dusted
want
with a few
nothing.
dry
I
flakes,
want
which
vegetables
skittered
and
danced
fruits.
across the
That is a
crisp
freaking
surface.
lie. I don't like
Beneath
any
a
of
thin
them.
layer of ice
But
hid the tangled
apples
roots
are pretty
and
good.
long-dead briar of the sleeping
But no, I don't want
forest.
nothing sweet.
And these seemed to
I don't.
rise up
I'm
like
good.
cold,
You can
dead
have them if you
claws
want.
to snag in the
But
pony's
I'm
cloaks.
good.
The older filly helped the colt extricate his leg.
Careful now! Step where I step and the going will be easier.
Thought that
There's
Sweetie
no
Belle
telling
for a
what lies
minute.
beneath the surface here.
But I can't even
We
mow
can't
height.
afford to delay. We
But
gotta
yeah,
keep
I don't want no
moving.
sweets,
We
Twilight
have to
Sparkle.
keep
I'm good.
warm.
They were woefully
'Cause I might
unprepared
die.
for the circumstances
I'm
in which they
good.
found themselves. Both wore
I
ragged,
know you, bruh?
threadbare cloaks
No.
that did little to keep
Never
out
mind.
the chill.
Your
Fortunately,
ears look like
the
freaking
old
human
woods were
ears,
thick.
but hey.
Most of the new snow was suspended above them,
mean,
cradled in the twisted,
just saying.
winding limbs of the bare trees. Thick as the woods grew, this place would be lit only in patches of light and shadow, even in high summer. As it was, in the dead of winter,
Pop my neck and it freaking
felt
pop my
less like
eardrum.
they were moving through a forest,
This was trying
and
to.
more like they were traveling
Man.
through a network of caves.
I heard.
Barely any light reached them, though the one advantage of this was that the trees blocked out most of the savage wind. They could hear it howling above
Well, I mean, that's a good
as the
thing.
storm
Keep
raged
positive.
on, and were thankful that they were spared the brunt of that vicious gale.
Thought that pony in front of the
Even
other pony was
so,
freaking
an occasional
Christmas,
blast
man.
of wind would
The color
sigh through
combinations.
the trees
Dang.
and bite deep into their flesh, chilling them to the bone and urging them onward in search of shelter.
Oh, but Gretel,
I'm so tired.
intoned the weary
Well,
colt,
who?
his teeth chattering.
What's that pony's name?
Oh, can't we rest for just a moment? I can feel the chill traveling up my legs, working at my bones. I fear if I do not stop to warm myself, I shall freeze.
There is nothing sweet I want to take a bite of. I don't. I mean, I can take a bite out of Candymare, but that. But that'd be a little weird, wouldn't it?
Their voices sounded oddly loud.
I'm gonna
in the
bite
stillness
Candymare.
that
Let's just
gripped
say
the
it. I'm gonna
woods,
bite
where
Candymare, bro.
their
Let's just
frigid
say it, man.
lungs could barely manage more than
Yeah,
a
I'm
whisper.
weird. Shut up. I'm gonna do
Small
it.
showers of snow
I'ma do it.
fell
Come here,
all
Candymare.
around them, leaking between the trees.
Why? Twilight Sparkle, this is your fault, man. This is your freaking fault, bro. This is
Limbs
your
above
fault,
the
bro.
quiet hiss.
This is your
If we
fault.
were to stop, then we would certainly freeze, dear Hans.
The
Yeah.
filly grimly moved closer to her brother.
What name is
to
that
share
after?
some of her warmth.
Dear
Gretel was a
Hans.
bit warmer than her brother,
Boy.
but only just.
Stop in place if you must, but we have to keep going. We have to find a
Like
way out of
Hansel
this
and Gretel,
forest,
bro.
or at least some kind of shelter before
Well, it
night
reminds me of,
falls.
for some reason.
We haven't much time.
Get those breadcrumbs, man.
Even as she said this, what little light they had beneath the canopy of snow and twisted limbs seemed
She
to
is
fade.
tall.
The storm
She is
was growing
humongous.
worse.
Y'all seen
It
that
would not
video?
be long until what little
No?
illumination they had
Go
was
watch it.
extinguished altogether.
It's on my channel.
Soon they would be in a world of nothing but darkness and snow, with naught but bare tree bark for comfort and a blanket of snow to keep themselves warm. Gretel didn't want to spend another sleepless night crouched in
She
a
said
bush
Gretel?
or beneath evergreen
Hans and-
boughs bent by snow, worrying that they
Hans and
wouldn't have
Gretel.
enough strength to
Where
extract
the freak is that
themselves in
from?
the morning. Or worse, worrying that her brother might
Did I just say it? Hansel and Gretel? Yeah, with the witch. With the witch. I think I know where this is
breathing in
going.
the night, his lungs frozen from the inside out, leaving her with only his corpse for company. It felt like it had been days since the pair of earth ponies had lost their way. They had been travelling with their mother and father after hearing of a land far to the south where the breezes were warm and there fell soft rains instead of sleet. Mother had cautioned not to get their hopes up. After fighting the ice and snow so long, she regarded even whispers of warmth as something of a fairy tale. But even she had brightened once they had started travelling. The thought of a land full of rich, dark soil, not frozen hard and locked away beneath a layer of frost, was just too tempting to ignore. They would have to start over, but the old farm hadn't produced more than a few scraggly strawberries in months anyway, so that didn't really matter. It had been time to move on. Perhaps it had actually been past time. Many families had already moved south before the blizzard came upon the travelling family. If only Gretel and Hansel's parents had been travelling in one of the earlier caravans.
For those of you who are watching, you can go look at the chat if you want to. You know what? I'm going to read it. I'm a savage. I don't care about life. How about taking a bite out of Candymare booty? Yeah, man, let's do it, bro. It didn't even play. It didn't even.
Instead of on their own, they might never have been separated. Then again, perhaps not. The storm had sprung up like a wall of white, distorting the land and threatening to sap the life from them. Some dark shape moved in
I'm going to do live stream more often, bro. I'm loving
the
this.
whiteout, and though they could not see what it was,
Oh
the
my
shrieks and
goodness.
screams of their parents told them they did not want to find
You're
out.
killing me, man.
The siblings had been extremely lucky to
I'm
find the
freaking thirsty
scant
because of
shelter
you,
they
bro.
had in the
Yeah,
shadows
it's your
of the Black
fault.
Forest.
I don't know how,
Even
but
if
it's your
it
fault.
meant they were now hopelessly lost, at least they were alive and still together. Thinking about her parents made Gretel's eyes tear up, but she forced herself not to cry. It
What are
was
you
just
laying
that
on?
There was no way of knowing for sure.
Wait, what's
that her
happening
mother
in
and
this
father
image?
had survived.
It's like you're
While
wrapped
they
around
were
something.
hardy earth ponies, being powerfully
like a
built
coat, but they don't
and
look
used
like
to the
that.
hardship that came with working the land, they hadn't just been fighting the cold, but whatever had come swooping out of the storm. Her parents might be okay, she told herself, But she knew, even if they had survived whatever attacked their caravan, that even the hardiest ponies could still find themselves dead beneath a layer of snow in a matter of moments in this blizzard. She sniffled slightly, but that was all she would allow herself. She had to stay strong for her brother. Falling to pieces now would only ensure their own deaths. Gathering up her brother and shielding him with her cloak, the pair trudged on, searching
What is
for the
happening?
path they
Where-
had lost so long ago.
What's her
searching for
positioning
their
in this
parents,
image? Like,
or at least hoping to find a little food
is that
and
a
a bit of
coat
shelter.
or what is that?
The wind whistled
Like,
mournfully
what is that? Like,
overhead, a
blue
harsh
and
accompaniment
freaking
to the
orange
sound
thing,
of their
yellow
chattering
thing,
teeth
yellow, orange,
and
whatever
the
it
loud
is.
groans of their empty stomachs. Their last
I'm
meal
extremely
had not
confused
been
right now.
particularly filling. The rations one eats while traveling rarely being served hot or in large amounts. Even that meager fare was deeply missed now.
I'm still thinking
The pair
about
had
that
not
joke,
found
Twice
more
as
than a
Sparkle.
few
Oh
berries
my
since
goodness.
becoming lost, which
I wanna
Gretel
say
was
something else,
sure
but I
had to be
shouldn't.
poisonous. Nothing should be so bright a shade of red in these freezing temperatures. Though
Wait a minute, bro. Hold up. Hey, yo. Already got a scratch in the
it
screen,
was
man.
far more likely they would die of cold and exposure
Bro,
before
I'm a
long.
good
The angry
freaking
pangs of
person to take
hunger
care of your
coming
stuff,
from their
bro.
weakening bodies
Pay me
did not make
$1,000 to
their
take care
fight
of
for
one thing, I'll
survival
take
any
care of it,
easier.
bro.
Which
You
is
might
when
get it back in-
Hansel first cried out.
Multiple pieces, but you still get it back.
Do you smell that, Gretty?
She thought they were finally going mad. The scent that came to her nostrils couldn't possibly be here in the wilderness.
Gingerbread. I smell gingerbread.
Disappearing, bro.
Why would there be
That mark is literally disappearing.
gingerbread
Never mind.
in
Let's
the
get
middle
back
of the
to
forest?
the video.
It did not make any sense. Hansel,
say bake any
energized
sense?
by the smell,
No, she said make.
dashed off through the snow, following his nose.
Yeah.
Wait, Hans, don't rush off. We have to stay again.
Her cry died on her lips.
It can't be.
Her brother stood stock still just before a wide clearing. The field, or perhaps farmland, for she thought she recognized the trappings of one, was perfectly frozen. A vast expanse of sparkling white beneath a sky of the same black hue almost glowed in the shadow-free light. The only spot of color lay in the middle of the clearing, where stood a small cottage. This should have been cause for cheer, the curling smoke coming from the stovepipe and the light spilling from its thick windows, promising warmth and safety within. Yet the entire edifice, from porch to roof, was a riot of bright and chaotic color, almost as though
I'm not ignoring everything. I'm just on my phone looking at the live stream on my phone, okay? That's it. That's all I'm doing, I promise.
it were made of candy instead
I'm
of
just trying
wood
to
and
get to
spackle.
it.
Indeed, from the smell, it didn't just
Oh, there
look
it
to
is.
be made of sweets, but
There
in
it is.
fact was composed
So it
of
is live.
more candy
Well,
than the children had
obviously, but
seen in
I'm
their
just, like-
entire lives.
Wait. I see some lagging. Just says excellent connection. Okay, I'll listen to it then.
Even the snow that sat on the low cottage roof and hung from it in tapering icicles appeared to be made from thick and creamy frosting. The scent of it hung heavy in the cold air, and the warm, sweet aroma caused their mouths to water even as they stared in wonder and amazement.
It can't be. I'm mad. I can't stop raving mad.
Alright, we good.
If this was some
We good.
delusion or hallucination, it seemed that Hansel shared it. The colt
Someone
bounded
give me
across the
horseman.
clearing,
Is that what that
leaving
thing
small
means? Hold
hoofprints
up.
on the spot.
I appreciate that. Is that what that means? I'm assuming. I don't know, I just happened to notice it out of my brain. Out of my eyes. Out of my eyes, not brain. Eyes,
snow.
brain.
As soon as he reached the cottage, he immediately broke off a shingle from the low-hanging roof and greedily began to gobble it down. As
Is
quick
that
as he
the
downed the roof
house?
tile, he might have tried to eat the entire roof if his sister had not come up and smacked the bit of gingerbread from his hooves.
What do you think you're doing?
She's still down there. She
Why
ain't
not
up there.
making
She's
other
still down
people's
there.
Houses? You could have at least asked first.
Oh, but I'm so hungry.
So am I. But if this place
Then
is
eat
real,
it.
we need to be cautious. Can you think of any reason some pony would build something like this out in the middle of nowhere?
To keep
kill
it all
you.
for themselves?
Perhaps. Or perhaps to lure in weary and hungry travelers for their own ends.
Hey, yo, she
As if
owned
on
something.
cue,
I
the
think
front
that
door
might
of
be
the
it.
cottage creaked open. A blast of warm, sweet air washed over the shivering siblings. It felt so good, Gretel thought she would melt right then and there. It seemed the door had swung open on its own, though there was no pony there to greet them. Though she could resist the temptation to devour the candy cottage, her body would not let her forsake the warmth of the inviting home. It did not help matters that they were completely exposed to the wind in this clearing. When the options were to enter a warm cottage
Bro, those are
or
trees
take
made
their
out of
chances
candy,
back
man.
beneath the scant shelter of the Black Forest, the choice was obvious.
Be on your guard,
Michael B, I
Hans.
don't know.
Whispered
I
his
don't
sister
know. I don't
before
know,
calling
man.
out in a
I
slightly
don't know what that
louder
last.
voice.
You have to go back if you want some context.
Is anybody here?
How far back?
mean
I
you
don't know.
know, Hom?
I
We're
don't
just
know.
two
But you
hungry
have to go
travelers
back
who got
if you
lost in the
just now
storm.
tuning in.
We were hoping it might be alright to come in and warm our
Oh,
boats for
freak!
a
I hit my
spell.
head. Woo.
No pony answered. It seemed whoever owned this cottage was out at the moment.
No, they're
The
not.
pair walked
Wait.
over the threshold of the
And
cottage.
also, Gretel, was the witch
closing the
actually
door
out of the
gently
house when
behind
they
them.
get there? I don't remember. Don't
They
jump
found
scare me with the
themselves
image.
in what looked like a sitting room. Pictures
Oh,
were hung on the
no.
walls, and knickknacks and bric-a-brac were
Oh
strewn
no!
here and there
Ho ho ho!
across shelves,
I'm Santa Claus.
tables and cabinets.
No!
While the outside had
That
been a
picture demonic.
fantastic masterpiece of confection,
All I'm saying.
the inside
I
reminded
could be
the
don't.
siblings
You don't want to know. You don't want to know.
their own
Twice
homestead.
Listen to Twice as Sparkle, man.
Just
You
like
don't
the
want to know.
outside, however,
You don't wanna
everything
know.
from the couch to the throw rug to the tiny
No, I
crystal
want some
figurines on
freaking.
a
Yo, I had another button. Are we good? We still on? We still on? Too late. I'm searching. Oh nah. Oh nah. Oh nah. 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 You regret that, man. Anyway. Oh my goodness. My bad. I'm dying. What was I going to say? I already forgot. Oh yeah. I want some freaking cutting rods like that, bro.
Shelf.
Candy canes.
all seemed to be made of candy. Even the floor beneath their hooves, though it looked like hardwood, had the consistency of fudge. They could
That
not
sounds
help
good,
wandering
man.
further into the tiny
Till their
cottage,
hoofs start hitting it up, they start
exploring
sinking
the
down,
bizarre
dying.
yet familiar home,
Ain't that good, but I mean.
moving towards the
Oh,
source
those
of warmth
sour,
and light in
sour
the
strips,
next
bro.
room.
Like, do you know those sour
They
strips, like Sour
moved
Patch
through a hallway
straws or
decorated
things
with
or whatever?
candy portraits
I hit the
and
mic, my bad.
framed landscapes.
Is that what those things on
These
the rug
had
is?
an elementary roughness to them that seemed less like artwork to Gretel.
Well, you're
and
gonna
more
regret
like
it. Yes, you are,
crude
Michael B.
drawings
Toilet Sparkle's
a young
right.
filly might create and display proudly on her bedroom
Bro,
wall.
I'm hungry now. I want some
Beyond the
sweets,
hallway,
Twizzle Sparkle.
They came
I
to what
want
looked like a
booty.
kitchen. A door set in the far wall led back outside, and another doorway yawned open, leading into what looked like a bedroom. There was also a set of stairs by
Oh
the
my.
hall where they had entered.
There, man.
that
Yeah, I
appeared
know.
to lead up to a loft. As had
Hey,
been
help.
the case so
Ow, my
far,
lip.
everything in this
My
room
lip
seemed
hurt.
to be made of
Bruh,
sweets as well.
I got dry skin.
Pots
A
and
lip.
pans, knives and spoons, all hung from candy cane hooks
Is that a
on the wall.
pumpkin furnace, bro?
Even the source of light and heat, the merry crackling
Bro, I'm
stove,
getting hungry, bro. Y'all
was in
gotta
the
stop.
shape of a pumpkin with a
I gotta
wide
stop
grin
screaming.
for a grating. Gretel could not help but feel that the jack-o'-lantern's eyes, with their flickering flames, were watching her. But
Probably
that was
are.
a ridiculous thought. It was probably just the strange
really.
gaze of the pictures in the hall. Despite their crude nature,
Look at that picture
the
in the middle,
lollipop
bro.
eyes the portraits
Freaking
possessed
peppermint eyes.
seemed to follow her around the tiny kitchen.
Ah! Ow! Oh, hey! Look what I found!
Hansel
What?
had tripped over a small handle set in the floor. As the colt bit the handle and started to lift, a section of the floor began to rise. He'd found a trap door that led
The
down
cellar.
into some sort of root cellar. Just as he was about to
This dude said, how sweet is it? Oh, man, you have no idea, man. It's the sweetest.
lift it higher so they could have a peek inside,
I'm gonna be right back. I'm gonna give me some drink, bro. I'll be right back. Oh, my. I need a little second break, man. Gosh darn it. Oh, my goodness. Y'all do wild, man. Woo. Oh, wow, man. Bro, it was sweet, though. It was sweet, man. It was sweeter than this cheer wine, which I'm the only one drinking out of this bottle. Yeah, man. Have to say it, bro. Have to say it. If y'all have not been with the channel long enough, y'all know what the freak I'm talking about. A little too sweet. Yeah, boy, it was a little too sweet.
A hoof slammed down on the door, causing Hansel to fall flat on his face.
Get out! Get out now!
Gretel gasped and took an involuntary step back. She had no idea where the other pony had come from, but she was hideous. Old and wrinkled, the mare's grey hair was dishevelled and hung in filthy
This thing already
clumps
tastes
around her face.
decarbonated, and I just
Her
opened
clothes
it.
were worse, mere rags, and completely unsuited for a cold climate. A witch! It all made sense now. They had
She's not
stumbled
the
into
witch.
some witch's enchanted
Well,
cottage.
You shouldn't be here. Get out! Get out now!
The witch whispered urgently. She advanced on the pair of children, eyes wild. For their part, they backed quickly out of the kitchen and into the hallway.
Get out of the house!
We didn't know you were home. We were just trying to find a place to warm ourselves.
Gretel drew her brother protectively close.
And have a
I
bite
did some research
to
then.
eat.
What do you mean
Stammered
by
Hansel.
that?
She elbowed her brother hard in the ribs.
Bro, what do you mean?
This seemed to cause the old hag to pause.
Eat?
She leaned uncomfortably close as
Wait,
the
what?
children found their backs against a wall.
Two be the real chat, bro. What?
Did you say? Have you two eaten something?
No?
Yes.
They both yelled truthfully. Gretel knew what happened to folks who lied to witches. The stories always said they were turned into toads. Though the cold outside already bit her flanks hard, she could not imagine what it would be like in the slimy skin of a toad. She didn't want to find out, so she blurted out the truth frantically.
My brother ate a piece of your cottage, but please don't be angry. We were just so hungry, ma'am. He didn't know any better.
That caused the old mare to snort, though her eyes lost some of their wildness to sadness.
I'm sorry, I'm just... What kind of research might I ask? Yeah, what kind of research? But I'm sorry, I just don't freaking understand. Why is this girl trying to freaking
Believe you, child.
get the children?
I doubt very much the little tyke knew what he was doing.
Her whisper was bitter. Without warning, she suddenly grabbed Hansel and hauled him back into the kitchen.
What is wrong with you?
Anger and never come back. Better you die in the snow than see what fate awaits him here.
Gretty! Sis!
Hansel cried out as the filthy mare dragged him to the very trapdoor he had found before. The hag flung it open, revealing its dark depths to the firelight.
Are you
She
feeling
flung
him
the
now?
boy inside. Without thinking,
Now you
Gretel
run!
leaped
You
in
are
after him.
slower than slow!
You stupid filly! You don't want to go down there!
The witch hadn't raised her voice the entire time, though she had whispered frantically. Now, however, she screeched loud enough to wake the dead. By the stove light that filtered in from above, Gretel thought she could see why. Down here in the darkness, hanging from candy cane
Oh,
hooks
snap!
and piled on marzipan trestles, was one pony.
Oh, wait a minute. Bro, that dude been eating bodies, man. Kinda eating bodies. Like, why are they just hanging there? Who knows, but...
Carcass after another.
Bro,
Some
wait, carcass,
had
so
been
they...
skinned and smoked, their headless bodies hanging from the ceiling.
Woo!
Others still lay mostly intact, soaking in barrels of salt.
Where
or
are their
brine,
heads?
Their eyes milky, and faces stretched by rigor mortis grins.
Oh, wow.
They were mostly children.
Ooh, my bad,
Fillies and
my bad, my
colts,
bad, my
A few
bad.
tiny foals,
Eyeballs.
all stretched and splayed.
Am I screaming too loud?
As far as the eye could
Probably.
see in the flickering light.
My
Gretel
camera's still blocking
was
part of the
going to be
screen.
sick. Hansel, for his part, already was.
You have
He
to
was
run, the trap
vomiting
to open, but go
violently.
run up the
A
ladder.
dark mixture of
Candy
gingerbread
cane
and blood.
ladder. Why
She
is
had
even
to
a
get him
ladder
out
in
of
there? I don't know.
Now,
Can't
grabbing her
Candymare
brother,
just
she tried to pull
teleport?
him back up the ladder. The
They're being
hag
hung
met
up
her
by
at the
candy
top.
canes.
Move!
They ain't the video game violent. It is, man. I'm loving it.
You're not gonna have me and my brother for your sick laughter. Move or I'll break every brittle bone in your shriveled up body.
The filly howled with anger and fear,
Hey, hurry, you need to worry.
meaning every word.
Look in the top left. Look in the top left. Something is shaking.
To her surprise, the
Could just
old
be the
mare
lighting.
backed away and let her up into the kitchen.
You don't understand.
Okay, never mind.
Understand. You have to leave him. It's the only way. Leave him and run.
The old hag was frantic, pawing
won't
the
get far,
floor with
though.
her hooves,
You will not get
strands
far.
of her filthy hair sticking
won't
to
get
her
far, bruh.
cracked lips. Just then, the soft
Oh, there she is, man.
children's
There
laughter
she.
echoed from
Bro,
the
she's
loft
so
above.
together, like.
The change in the old hag was
Oh, her-
immediate. Every inch of her shivering as if she were gripped by a terrible chill. To Gretel's amazement, the dishevelled mare began to weep.
What's that then? More victims? More falls to your slaughter?
Gretel backed herself and Hansel
You
toward the
shouldn't
nearest
worry
exit.
about her. You should worry about the thing laughing.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry.
The old mare blubbered like an injured child.
That's not the lamb you hear bleating. That's the wolf. The wolf.
Gretel turned to spring out of the back door and slammed into a blank wall. Where there had been a door before, there was nothing but a smooth surface. She whirled back around. The entire kitchen had changed. Gone were the doors leading from it and the trap door that
Bro,
had
they
hidden the
dead,
nightmare
man.
below.
They dead,
The
bro.
entire room seemed to twist and distort as she watched, stretching and shrinking like a living thing. Everything had taken on a more sinister
a
light.
horror
Even
movie
the
trope to
oven's
be in a
goofy
3-hour
pumpkin
video.
grin having turned into a sinister,
I don't know, Twilight Sparkle.
sharp-toothed smile.
I ain't gonna be the one doing it. I ain't gonna stay here
would have
forever.
sworn that she could see faces
My bad.
leering from within the flames.
Witch! I don't know what magic this is, but you best let me and my brother go. I'm warning you. Appearance is sure
She
to be
don't have the
looking for
freaking
us.
power to do that.
It's not my
She ain't a
choice.
witch.
I
It's
would
hers.
if I could.
Oh, okay.
I would if I could.
The entire kitchen seemed to warp and move. Candies detached from places all over the room, slithering to a spot.
I just looked up. 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 Hold up, bro. My friend just texted me. I'm gonna let him know I'm doing the live stream. Hold up. I just looked up, bro. I just looked up. I'm gonna share this live stream with him, bro. I'm gonna see if he'll actually watch it or if he'll just call me names in the chat. Probably do that. I'm typing my own name to text my own self. What? %. I'll unplug it. But boy, I just looked up and happened to see that. Bro.
Just behind the old mare. Bit by bit, piece by piece, something took shape at her side.
Oh man, we getting good. Is that a tongue?
Did these nasty fools make you cry?
In a blink, a filly made entirely out of sweets, saved by the weeping Biddy. A strange creature.
Oh boy. Oh. Yo. Any ads in this video? Hey, Twilight Sparkle, about the ad thing, I have a VPN. It's an ad blocker. Hey, I ain't paying for no YouTube Premium. Think I'm that dumb? Like, look at this, bro. I have Opera GX. Hold up. Settings. Settings. See, block ads and stuff to web 3 times faster. Anyways.
Raised a hoof and stroked the hag's sticky hair.
Don't worry. They'll disappear soon enough.
What'd you say?
Don't worry. They'll disappear soon enough.
The filly
you did.
giggled
Yeah,
as the
sorry about that.
crone's head sank into her hooves. The
Boy!
creature's candy-swirled
Bro!
eyes flashed behind bits of
That's a
her
nice
red and
tongue you
black
got there.
licorice
Hey,
mane.
chill.
Hello, boys and girls.
Hey, chill.
Would you like something sweet to bite?
Oh yeah, I do.
Gretel
Let me get that
didn't
food.
know what was going on, but she had to find a way out, if not for herself, then for her brother.
I'm having a heat stroke, man. I'm having a heat stroke.
At that moment, Hansel slumped at her side.
Here we go.
I don't feel so good, Gretty.
No, you don't, boy. You
For
about to
more
die.
blood and vomit shot from his mouth.
Oh, snap. Oh. Boy, am I just hyping a video, bro? Oh, shoot, I'm making chips up everywhere, bro. Oh, snap.
Gretel started screaming as she watched her little brother's flesh, and hair, skin ripping to tattered shreds before her eyes.
Hansel, please, Hansel.
She watched, helpless and disbelieving,
Was that the
as
candy he
something
ate?
shiny and sweet slithered from the fleshy sheath.
Boy.
Hansel.
You got body, man. You got body.
This new pony, which looked much like her brother, save for being composed entirely of gingerbread, grinned
Grab like, comment, bell notification,
its
share.
former sister.
thought it was killing me.
Gumdrop eyes
But it's a genuine
sparkled
reaction.
as it moved toward her, and before she could move, took a bite from her rosy cheek. The filly flung herself back, still screaming.
Can't move that much right
as she
now. I
held
got a
a
drink in
hoof
my
over the
hand.
ragged wound on her face. This was a nightmare. It had to be a nightmare. As if reading her mind, the filly above them began to sing mockingly.
Nightmare night, what a fright. Time for something
Sweet to bite. Oh, man.
It was then that it finally dawned on Gretel what was going on.
What's going
the
on?
Candymare. Every filly had heard the stories of foals led astray by sweets, never to be heard from again. Every colt had
Well,
whispered to friends of dark and
there you
devious
go, man.
tricks
There you go,
played on
man.
the unsuspecting in the middle of dark nights.
That
ended in
image
death.
was freaking
But that
fire.
all happened on Nightmare Night, when the farmers and villagers would leave out sugary peace offerings and
Yeah.
lock themselves tight inside their homes until
You
daybreak.
dare Nightmare Night, aren't you?
Nightmare Night had been months ago. Why was the
Sure
Candymare
about that?
here now, in deepest winter? What was going on?
Ooh. I get hype. Left, right. Give. Time for something to bite. Hey, stop being your voice. Hold up, what you say? I just noticed that you didn't even did my absolutely 3.0 never. I didn't. Hold up a minute. What you talking about? Did you just hold up? We about to make this video any longer. Shut up. I'm about to make this video. What the frick am I talking about? Hold up. What you talking about? I'm out of breath. Calm down. Oh yeah, I want to see that video. And that one right there was the one I saved as well. What you talking about, Twice the Sparkle? Hold up. After the video 3.0. Alright, Twice the Sparkle, if you do not mind, go to one of my other videos. Like maybe my last video, I think it was a FNAF 3 video. Yeah, go to that video and just type in all those videos. Type in all those videos that you just have right there so I can copy and paste them and put them in YouTube if you don't mind for me, bro. If you don't mind for me, bro. Because I don't want to make this video too long right here. Now, was that Hans or was that Gretel?
Gretel
or-
didn't know what she expected to happen next. But watching the candy filly swell in size
Okay,
and
that's
crash into the gingerbread Hansel
Yeah.
in a wave of teeth and claws was
That
not
eyeball's popping out, man.
the thing that used to be her brother squealed and gave a warbling shriek as hunks of its body were devoured
Bro,
greedily.
what's happening? It's because
The
I
sound was all the more gut-wrenching.
Oh, that was because I deleted re-upload them. Okay, that makes more sense.
Buried in those
Yeah,
distorted
put those videos there
screams.
in the comments.
Before her
and I
eyes,
will
the
get to
Candymare
'em.
devoured the gingerbread abomination and licked up the gory pile of what had once been her little brother. The sick scene left her speechless. What could she do against such a bizarre creature?
Oh, you
There was
dead!
no escape, no hope. What was she supposed to do?
I'm so sorry.
Muttered the old hag
What is going
over
on?
and over
What
as
is
the
going
Candymare
on?
licked blood from her smile with a long taffy tongue. But the monster wasn't done.
bro. Hey,
Licorice
I'm gonna start
hair
going off on the
moved of its
microphone,
own
bro.
accord,
Bro.
like a living
Hey,
thing,
yeah.
sneaking across the kitchen floor,
Boy.
wrapping
Those teeth are look cool.
around each
Are
of
look cool.
Gretel's limbs
English.
before she could so much as blink. She could feel the fronds biting deep into her
Freaking.
flesh, breaking the skin. Panicking, she tried desperately to shake off the monster's vice-like grip, but it was far too late.
Candymare get to you when I
The
just misheard
tendrils
that?
of candy
Probably.
lifted her into the air, almost carrying her up to the ceiling. Droplets of her blood falling with a pitter-patter on
Oh.
the floor below.
Now don't blubber so.
This was to the
I
old
hear what
pony,
you say,
though the
but I don't care if you
Candymare
look
never
cool.
took her eyes off Gretel.
I don't think I want her
Those
booty anymore, though.
terrifying, mad candy-swirled
Why did I say
eyes
that? Why did I
moved
say that?
hungrily
I mean,
over
I
her
probably
body.
still do. Y'all know me by now.
It's been a long time since I cooked for you, and even longer since you've had a hot meal. I think it will cheer us both up, don't you?
The candy monster dragged Gretel forcefully across the ceiling until she was right above the blazing stove. The jack-o'-lantern's smile had turned completely into a hungry maw, the flames within leaping excitedly as if they too were starving.
Oh, this is my new favorite video on
Bit
YouTube,
by
bro.
bit,
Oh.
Candymare lowered the young pony carefully over the flames. The fire hissed as Gretel's blood dribbled down her limbs and into the fiery mouth, leaping higher to sear her blistering flesh. The pain was excruciating, making her
She's
scream
getting
between
burned.
sobs, her frantic writhing useless.
Bro, I'm breaking this
as she
chair,
struggled
man.
to loosen the grip of the tendrils. Her tiny hooves kicked in the air.
Dead,
A
bro.
coughing fit burst from her throat as her mane
Checking my video. Hold up. Checking my video. Hold up.
and tail began to singe,
We good.
then
Sorry.
to burn. She could feel
Praise
the
God.
blisters swelling and popping on her legs as
I'm
they
saying
came
praise God while looking
closer
at this.
and closer to the heat.
Boy, this looks
Sores
freaking
bursting
amazing.
And dripping blood and liquid fat over the pumpkin stove's grin. The Candymare only laughed in delight and insanity as Gretel was roasted alive. Eventually, the flames engulfed her tiny body completely, a long tongue of fire licking through her tail and into her mane. The flames quickly washed over the rest of her body.
You're not
Gretel
cold
could
anymore, are you,
feel
bruh?
her skin
But-
peel away,
I'm
and
sorry.
her muscles tighten as the moisture in her
not.
body began to escape from
Boy,
her steaming
Candymare looks
flesh.
freaking sick.
The
She looks so
Candymare's
cool.
own licorice whip hair melted away in the heat, leaving Gretel to fall unceremoniously into the oven. Her world turned into a wall of orange light.
Oh,
Oddly,
she
the
burned, bro.
pain seemed to
She
fade
got
away.
body.
Agony transmuting into a coldness that gripped her to her core. A thought came to her pain-numbed mind that even in the heart of so hot a flame, even at death's door, she could not escape the cold. As Gretel's eyes popped, melting and running down her cheeks, her brain flashed images and sounds that were strange to her dying senses. As her brain at last succumbed to the heat, she almost contentedly wondered why it was taking so long to die.
Yes, I was just about
As
to
she
say
felt
that.
her awareness
You should go check it. Oh, wait, whoa, hold up. Oh, the comment in your recent FNAF 3 video now. You should go check it. Alright, let me go check that right quick. But hold up, why is it taking her so long to die? I was literally just about to comment that and I just got it right here, Twiza Sparkle. Let me go see.
fading. She couldn't help
I'm still listening, but while I'm doing this, I'm gonna also
wonder
do this.
what was that delicious smell.
It's you! Probably, I don't know. But she dead though. She deader than dead. Oh, this is all 3 of them. Or, you know, this is more than one part. Okay. Chapter 1. Okay. That's why this video is so long. We still gonna do it. Like, I'm here now. All right, then, hour 3. We still gonna do this, broski. What you think this is, man? I got him, bro. I got him. Let me go ahead and copy and paste stuff. I want to skip this because I don't want this video to be too long. Okay, I hope we're still doing good. My fans are freaking out on my computer. Hope it's still good though. Chapter 2, boy, let's go. Not even halfway through yet.
So far, it seemed that the performance was well received.
7 views. I'm
Luna
surprised out
and
here.
Celestia certainly seemed to have been absorbed by the story. Their uncomfortable
Y'all missed out on a lot so far.
melting away
The people just coming
as the
in.
tale had unfurled. Starswell was glad of the break, as it gave him a chance to see how others in the crowded hall were reacting. It was clear that the play was already something of a hit with the rest of the crowd, as there were many excited whispers shared about what had been seen
Princess
in
Luna and
hushed tones,
Celestia.
while a few other ponies attended to more
Those
urgent
ponies don't look
matters,
as evil as they
such
did last
visiting the
time, though.
garderobe.
The horns are still
That
freaking
seemed to
sharp,
be
though.
where
Why ain't your
Smart
horns that
Cookie and
sharp?
Chancellor Puddinghead had wandered off to.
Except for that one
Or
unicorn
perhaps
horn.
to purchase some festive concessions from the vendors out in the street. Princess Platinum was taking the chance to chat with
Who?
Princess Luna. Though the two had something of a shaky first meeting, they had since become fast friends. The royal unicorn had even gone so far as to fill the castle of the Pony Sisters with many beautiful tapestries of exquisite quality. Starswell had to admit he had not expected the Alicorn sisters and the mildly spoiled unicorn to get along so well, but he was relieved to see that they were getting along just
My
fine.
phone.
Commander Hurricane still sat as straight as ever, either unable or stubbornly refusing to relax. But there had been a certain wistfulness to his eyes
I
as
found
he
that
had watched the
3.0.
play. Starswell was almost certain he had seen the beginnings of a tear.
Hold up, Toys Spoke. I found that 3.0. I'm about to prove it to you. I found that 3.0, bro. Can you hear that, bro?
Before they were quickly hidden by
I found it. I found the video. I just wanted to make sure, and I think I found it.
ceiling
found it.
feathers and an agitated sigh. It hurt Starswell to see his
Save.
friend like this.
God, I don't
but
know
he
why I
knew
did that.
better
That's
than to
gay,
try
like,
and talk
bro.
to him now. It was better to let the Pegasus deal with his grief in his own way, rather than to
found it.
force his own advice on him like some old fool,
Yup.
no matter how much he wanted to do just that. On the other hoof, there was the matter of his apprentice.
Rarity looks
Clover
smoking.
the Clever had
Rarity
sulked
Rarity
all
looks
throughout the
smoking.
performance, one of the few in the audience
I
that did
can't really
not
see it
laugh at the
in
well-told
my
jokes, or even so much as gasp
Boy,
at the more
Rarity
harrowing
looks
twists
smoking.
and turns. It was true she had lived through the events this
Boy,
performance
what-
pantomimed,
hey,
but that was not
y'all can't
enough
even
to
see
account
that.
for her sullen nature. No, Starswell knew exactly what it was
that
that
one
occupied
saved?
his star
Hyper,
pupil's
hyper.
mind.
Is the play not to your liking, Clover? I thought the simulated Wendigos you crafted were rather impressive.
Starswell hazarded,
That's a good
brave
Star Wars-
sally that was met with a
Star
blank
World.
stare.
The spellwork must
Star
have been
Swirl's
most
voice.
intricate
My
to
bad.
shape simple
Freaking-
lifestyle
my
into such
goodness.
convincing shapes.
Not really.
The dark circles around Clover's eyes told
2.0?
a troubled tale about just how much sleep she
That's not the
hadn't
right
been
one.
getting lately.
Crafting convincing simulacra is easy when the particles are small enough.
She smiled.
What you
bitterly.
talking about, bro?
Though even the short amount of work spent on this parlor trick seems like a heinous waste of our times and talents, as is this entire play. Do I really need to stay here, Star Swirl? I think there are far more important things we could be doing at the moment, and I'm sure you agree.
We've been over this, Clover.
Said Starswell, not unkindly.
A break could do us both some good. Even if you refuse to rest your body, you should at least rest your mind.
That's true. You should rest your mind, bro.
Stumped. It sometimes helps to take a step back from the problem and allow my mind to consider other matters. Or perhaps to consider nothing at all. Sometimes the answer to a dilemma will occur out of the blue, if you clear your mind. Obsessing like this isn't healthy.
Obsessing? You think I'm obsessing? We've been working for weeks, side by side, and we're still no closer to a solution. Why wouldn't I be obsessing when the lives of every pony in Equestria may be on the line?
Lower your voice, my apprentice.
Rebuked the elder unicorn harshly, a flash of magic suffusing his eyes, uncharacteristically stern. Realizing that others were turning their heads toward the outburst, he mollified his tone, but continued in a hushed volume.
The crowd may be noisy.
Okay, Twaza Sparkle. Okay. What is it? Yes, I had it blasted at full volume. Well, actually, it wasn't at full volume. That was not at full volume. I'm not going to do it at full volume because I live in a trailer park. I don't want to get in trouble for that. But yeah, I had to do it. It's probably like half volume, maybe a little under half. But well, with this, hey, I'm trying to find your old videos and save them, bro. This is still a reaction video. When they get to the good part, sorry, Candymare is just, if Candymare is not in it, I don't want it. But I mean, I got 2 of your old videos saved, bro. Like, but I can't get that other one. The Never Ending Strife lyrics, but H8_C sounds like a teenager. I can't find that one. Hold up, wait, let me just search that up. Actually, let me. Come on. Oh, let's play the video right quick. Do what we came here to do.
Those who are near enough to overhear. Do you really want to risk causing a panic in this crowded theater?
I found it.
I meant no offense to you. You are as dedicated as a true apprentice as an old fool like myself
could ever
hope for. But you must realize that you are not behaving like yourself.
Her response was icy.
Is that why you insisted I be
Okay,
here
it's
then?
saved.
So you could tell me this in a crowded room where I wouldn't dare
Reaction,
see?
what's going on?
I thought better.
I wasn't listening.
No, Clover, I wanted you to be here so you could see what you once were. Yes, I admit this performance is mere
Bro,
frivolity.
y'all cheeks are rosy, Luna and
But your own.
Celestia.
I had hoped that seeing this would remind you of who you are, of the special things you had and still have, despite what you've lost.
The trumpets. We gonna get the Candymare's killing.
That the play was about to resume went out over the audience. There was a mild rush of the crowd to resume their seats, though the bustle of excitement seemed the furthest thing from Clover and Starswell at that moment.
Your friends wouldn't want to see you this way. So absorbed in your work that you don't even have time to feel, to mourn. She most certainly wouldn't have wanted to see you ignore your own well-being for her sake.
Clover stared at the floor, her eyes hidden by her hood and the fringe of her mane.
Take your hood
Even
off, bro.
so, Starswell thought he saw something glistening fall to the floor.
I know, okay? But there's nothing I can do for her now. I have to think of every pony else. We have to think of every pony else. I don't have time to selfishly fall apart, and it's wrong of you to suggest that I should. Every pony deals with these things in their own way. I know I might be distracting myself right now, but you have no right to tell me not to. I will grieve when this threat has been put to an end. In the meantime, if you have any more sage advice, I suggest that you start with Commander Hurricane. Unless you want a witch hunt on your hooves, that is.
This is the past?
The
The
old
Wonderbolts?
unicorn was taken aback.
Hurricane.
do you mean?
That's the creator of the
I've heard
Wonderbolts, isn't
sometimes,
it?
For all your wisdom, you're just as bad as I am when it comes
Well,
to some things.
technically, Hasbro's the
Clover
creator of the
spoke with something
Wonderbolts.
approaching a smirk.
Technically.
You've had your head buried in that
But-
journal even more than I have, haven't you? How could any pony expect you to
I'm
notice
just checking
that
the stream on
construction
here.
of Cloudesdale has been completely stalled? The Pegasi are busy with other matters these
Do
days,
it.
Starswirl. And there's
What are
only
they
a
busy-
skeleton crew 10
what are they
feet
busy
mushy
with?
as weather. And this cold?
She turned puffy
Yeah, that
eyes
makes
up at
a lot of
the teacher.
sense. That makes a
It's not
freaking lot of
either
sense.
they're doing, I'm afraid.
Starswell had no time to consider the ramifications of what his apprentice had said before the lights were lowered and the play resumed. He couldn't help but stare hard at Commander Hurricane as the curtains were drawn back and the actors took the stage. It was true that his friend had been hurt, perhaps worse than
everything's
anybody
working
else
good.
by what had happened. But surely he would not abandon his duty
I got paranoid
to
for a
pursue
second.
some personal vendetta. That was nothing like the loyal and dutiful Pegasus he had known. However, as the actor who played the role of Private Pansy took the stage, a
Private
look came
Pansy?
over the commander's face that Starswirl had never seen before. It was there in a flash and gone in an instant, but it was unmistakable. It was a look less of wistfulness and more of intense regret, and perhaps more than a little longing.
What? Can my shirt stop sticking to everything? Dang. Bruh. Oh, we're like halfway through? Almost, yeah.
How much longer was she expected to live with this? She hated this creature, this Candymare, this thing that had pretended
I don't, bro,
to
she
be
did
her
delicious.
daughter. It delighted in slaughtering children.
I'm not letting that go.
In causing suffering and pain. She
What
would
is that?
destroy it if she could, but so
What is-
far she could
It's
not
blood.
think of any way in which it could be done. What could you do to candy to hurt it? Eat it? You would just suffer the same fate as that poor little colt.
Yeah.
Turned into a candy monstrosity,
would say
destined to
burn
be
it, but you
devoured
can't.
by the original at
Clearly.
best. Or, worse, used as a freakish puppet for her amusement. Burn it? She watched as bits of the Candymare's melted licorice hair rolled across the floor to rejoin its mistress.
Alright, we have a problem here. Alright, hold up. My camera died. Something happened. Alright, well, something happened. Hold up. Something happened. We still recording? Time's going up. Hold up. Let me disconnect that. See what went on. See what went wrong. Okay. Well, it's still recording. Let me hold up. Let me open up an app that might fix the problem. Nah. Yeah, let me just restart it. Like, let me just hold up, everyone. Remove. Yes. Okay. Hold up. Okay. Video capture device. Okay. Elgato. No, I want Camlink 4K. Okay. Mode. Okay. Yes, it does support this function. What the heck you talking about? Alright. Bruh. Get off the screen. Alright. Well, we back. Apparently that is too as well. What the freak? Hold up. Resize source output. Can I not? Boy. Hey, how y'all doing? Boy, I don't know what happened, Twizzler Sparkle. My camera decided to stop working. And now I have to do this manually because I can't resize source output because I'm streaming. Hey. Now, if I do display capture. Okay. Let me put it over here. And this, get out. Okay. Now. Here we are.
No.
We are back.
She had thought of every possible
My
way she
bad.
could
Technical
to
difficulties.
put an end to this living nightmare and come up with nothing even remotely
good.
worth trying. Honestly, she could
My
not
bad.
fathom why the
My
monster
bad,
did not
everyone.
simply
Or
devour
just
her
Twizzler Sparkle, my
like
bad.
all the others. Instead,
Now, is that like a...
she did horrible things
looks like a
this.
potato.
The table was set for two.
Or was that an arm?
But the
Oh.
Candymare's plate was already empty, save for smears of fresh blood. Her own, of course, was still full. She knew that she could not keep stalling. She could see it in the Candymare's eyes as they leered at her from beneath her writhing mane. she was expected to eat. If she didn't soon, the cruel creature would force her. The little filly was still alive, if you could call her sorry state a form of life. Bits and pieces of her squirmed energetically on the dinner plate, her charred body having been skillfully chopped up and served wriggling in a gravy made from her own boiling blood. The Candymare had made sure to carve off a large hunk of the living dead pony's flank, pink juices seeping from the steaming flesh, threatening to spill over the thin plate.
Eat up. It's getting colder outside. You need it to keep up your strength. This little filly, bathed in the flames of 1,000 souls, has been a beautiful portion of my life force. It should be enough to give you back a little of the health you've lost trying to starve yourself to death.
She had refused
She
to
knows
eat for
she's
days
trying to
now.
kill herself and she's
It
not
had not
letting
been
her.
the first time. She had tried to just die, to succumb to hunger so many times. But
And
the
y'all wonder why
Candymare wouldn't
Candymare
let
is
her.
my freaking
She
second favorite
didn't know
creepypasta.
how many times she had
I don't even think y'all
tried,
knew that, but it
and
is.
Her body was starting to rebel.
The cough is probably
The
my
hunger pains
third favorite.
and the delirium they brought
Rainbow
were
Factory,
beginning
my
to weigh
first.
heavily on the
Y'all
old
should know
mare.
this. And then
Though a bit
another
of the
apple
little
sleep
girl
experiment,
squirmed on the
and
end
then
of her
apple
fork,
sleep experiment.
she couldn't bring the
I
morsel
mean,
of flesh to her lips.
I like a lot of them.
Heaven help her, the horrid meat did smell good. It had all smelled good when it was served to her in steaming bowls of stew. Why had she not realized back then what she had been doing? The Candymare had not let her leave the cottage in weeks, only leaving her alone long enough to go out and lure back more meat for their larder. This was not the first child served like this to her on a silver platter.
Why do you keep doing this? You know I don't want to eat this. You know it's repulsive. That it sickens me. That I hate it. That I hate you.
Boy, yeah, I just showed how to do my live streams. You got a problem with that Twilight Sparkle, bro? I like why these other YouTubers trying to hide their stuff. Come on now. Come on now.
That's only because you haven't given it a chance.
The fiend grinned.
I'm sure she has
I
given it
didn't
a
think I
chance.
would like it either, but the taste grew on me in time. I was tricked the first time I ever ate any pony, you know? I have to say, the flavor isn't that different raw or cooked, but the texture varies quite significantly.
At
She's
that,
talking to her like
the
a
Candymare
full-on
took a delicate
conversation.
bite
Full
of a portion of the
sophisticated
jarred
conversation.
filly's shoulder. Gretel's decapitated head sat eyeless with a candy apple jammed in her mouth. She moaned softly.
How is this Gretel? Didn't she the one that got put in the furnace? Or was it the man? Or boy or whatever? The colt. There we go. Was it the colt or was it the filly that got put in the furnace? If she got put in the furnace, her face should be melted off. I mean, maybe I misheard. Hey, calm down. I was just still stating the obvious. Boy, I'm stating the obvious. I'm sorry. I don't want to be rude to my subscribers that actually love watching my content. My bad. That probably not be a good thing for me to do. Am I subscribed to you, Scribbler?
Back over her teeth,
Yeah, boy.
Still steaming. It was
You
hard
and
to
United
tell if the
Kingdom?
unearthly sound was one of
Dang.
pain or pleasure,
Anyways.
or even, perhaps, both. The old mare did not care to speculate. She kept hoping that insanity would grip her mind and leave her insensible to all the horror around her. Sadly, she had remained stubbornly sane.
You're a monster.
And yours to help this old mare starving to death in the heart of an unending winter.
The Candymare slammed her hooves into the table.
How many years has it been now? How many more will it be before you finally accept that I'm the only one who cares if you survive? The unicorns have abandoned this land. The Pegasi and other Earth ponies too. There's no one who can save you but me.
You know why?
Mother, why won't you let me just
The
take
eyes
care of
in the
you?
background.
I am not your mother. You're the reason they disappeared. My husband. My little girl. I figured it out. It was you. You're the one that made them disappear.
You're so sure of that, are you?
Chuckled the Candymare. Though
I
from
mean,
the
she
expression on her sugar-dusted face, it did not seem like she thought it
Cannibalistic
was
feast.
very
No,
funny.
thank you, man. I'm all in that.
Knows you're
That was a joke. That was a hardcore joke, okay? That was a joke. I had to say that quick. I had to say that was a joke quick. I had to say it quick.
responsible for the
Cancel culture going to get me, bro. And I'm not even famous, and they're still going to get me.
Tell me.
They
what
stupid enough to do that.
happened to them?
Think I'm still
Did
going to
you
stop recording
kill
videos?
them?
Nope.
Did you eat them?
The old mare paused, hoping against hope that
Yeah.
somehow they had been
She eats
spared
everyone
that
she
misery.
kills.
Sadly,
Except for that
she
hair
could
right
not
there.
doubt such a fate.
I wouldn't be surprised. Or did they escape you? Did
No.
you leave them cowering in some hole somewhere for a late night snack?
Probably.
Just tell me, what happened to Cabbage and Pumpkin Patch?
The Candymare's eyes flickered, and the life seemed to fade from her.
So you
Her
dead?
mane hung limp from her sugar skull, and she did not so much as
Pinkamena?
touch.
Pinkamena here?
Piece by piece, the candy that coated the cottage was stripped away, flowing back into her body.
Oh!
Soon, the kitchen was dark and lonely, the only light coming from the banked embers in the very normal-looking stove. With the candy coating now removed, the old mare could see the sticky blood that coated every surface, though if it belonged to the Candymare or to the innocents she had slaughtered, it was impossible to say. Even the light from the kitchen window was washed a crimson hue, as the fading light outside just barely managed to seep through the scarlet stains. The red glow spread over the monster that sat
How did they
shivering
defeat
at
the
dinner
Candymare in the
table,
first one?
as bit by bit,
Or
the
did they
candy that
not?
composed her body turned within. This was not anything the old mare had ever seen her do before. As the candy continued to peel away, she could see tiny misshapen hooves, pale skin stretched over a bony form,
They gonna
and
get
a
out of her?
listless red mane that hung in greasy strips from a tiny,
Never mind.
shrunken skull. Her eyes, bright green and almost glowing in the dying light from the window, turned to the old mare and made her breath catch in her throat. This could not be.
You want to know what happened to me and Daddy so badly?
Whispered the broken child sadly.
If the Candymare forced you to eat a cannibalistic feast, there we go, with no excuses, what would you rather do? Well, I'll be taking some of the candy off the house and just wait for the time to come. Just wait for my body to disform and die. That's what I do. Yeah, why don't you do that, bruh? I know it's gonna be painful, but who cares? Well, she could turn into a mindless slave. I'd rather do that than be a cannibalistic, bruh. Also,
I'll tell
she's
you,
skinny.
Mama. We went to the castle town. It was everything I
Here's the
had
backstory.
ever imagined.
Pay attention.
But the pony
If you know it's
Daddy
only
and
you
I
taught
were
this sparkle, but
supposed
still
to
pay
meet,
attention.
He was very, very bad. He
Duh.
took me away from Daddy and forced me to do things I'd rather not talk about.
No. Hold up. I hope I'm wrong about this. And YouTube, before I say anything, just know this word should not get me taken down off of this platform. All I'm gonna say. Did this dude rape this filly? I mean, I don't remember the official backstory. Maybe I thought he just starved her and then she got so hungry that she ate him. I mean, that's not exactly what happened. I know it's not exactly what happened. I can't remember. But I mean,
One
dang.
of the things that I'd rather not talk about is him forcing me to eat Daddy. He had killed him and left him in a rotting midden heap like a dead dog.
Todd Spoker, I'm gonna fight you, man. I'm gonna fight you, bro. I'm gonna fight you, bro. Don't you try me, man. Now you pay attention. Don't you fight me, bro. I am paying attention. Why do you think I'm alive? What? That didn't make no freaking sense.
But that didn't stop him from carving Daddy up and serving him to me.
Her eyes flickered again.
Okay.
Candy swirled madness, threatening
I don't
to
remember
crawl
that.
back into them.
I don't
She
remember
shook
that.
herself and continued.
He had done so many horrible things to me. He rotted my teeth, he rotted my mind, he rotted my body. But being tricked into eating Daddy, that was too much for me to take.
That must have been the last thing he did.
You want to know what the worst part is?
No.
He didn't taste half bad.
I'm raging at you, Twilight Sparkle, because I'm stressed. Because I'm stressed. My phone just went off. Hold up. YouTube. Because I'm stressed. So is my throat. oh my goodness. Bro, I'm trying to figure this lore out, bro.
I was so ashamed. Because compared to everything else I had been forced to do, eating pony flesh, even that of my father, was actually enjoyable. I liked it. I liked it a lot.
A deep, terrifying groan rose from the old timbers of the rotting cottage. At first, the old mare thought the house was on the verge of collapsing, before she realized that the sound was coming from her own mouth. Her mind was frozen. She did not want to believe, did not want to think it was true. But the evidence sat shivering right in front of her, bereft of the bright-colored mantle it wore to conceal itself from the rest of the world. Her husband had died cruelly, but that was merciful compared to her daughter's fate.
I got a taste for it then. And, as you know...
Twilight Sparkle, I don't think now's the time to ask for forgiveness, man. I don't think it is, man. Can't you see I'm stressed? We're only halfway through. It's 8:57. How long I've been recording for? An hour and 48 minutes. That's it. Praise God. But, you know what, Twilight Sparkle? I forgive you. But ask your Heavenly Father to forgive you. He's the only one that really can. Am I right?
Daddy
Amen.
was only the first pony I ate. That
Then you ate the scientist.
bad unicorn kept pushing me, experimenting on me, trying to break me.
He finally did.
I was already broken. So, I ate. I ate. I ate, and I ate to grow strong. The more I ate, the stronger I got. And then I ate that pitiful, rancid, little unicorn's life. But I couldn't stop there, Mother. You were right. The unicorns don't care about us.
She is
They
so...
want to defend us.
and our fellow Earth ponies were content to turn a blind eye to all the injustice that we suffer.
She is
instead
so...
of trying to help us, or even help themselves. So tell me, Mother, why not kill them? Why not eat them too? Why not grow strong?
But didn't you just kill... Oh, what's the image? Oh, no, 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 don't give me that look, no. But didn't you just kill 2 Earth ponies? Maybe I'm wrong.
Of the lives of all those terrible ponies.
You're
Why
split
should
down the
we
middle.
suffer in the cold and the dark when we can live and live and live and live to kill them all?
Time to take my medicine.
We can make them suffer the same way we were made to suffer.
Candy and light flooded the cottage again.
I don't think I got
as the
turned into
sugar
mindless
coating
slaves and got
crept back
exploded from
onto
the
her
inside
daughter's
out.
dead form and engulfed
Maybe.
the room. Warmth and sweet scents and terrible laughter assaulted.
Taza Sparkle, I don't know if you're attacking my religion or if you're saying your father on Earth. Sadly, my father does not forgive me. I'm assuming your father on Earth. Because he didn't say heavenly in front of it. But ouch! He hurt me and you. Well, you just hurt me. I don't know if you hurt yourself or not, but you hurt me. We good. You hurt me, though. You hurt me. I felt the pain from that. I felt the pain.
The old mare from all sides. The Candymare's fragile body, sheathed in sweets once more, rose from where she had been sitting and came to her mother's side. Her daughter came to her side. The smile on her little girl's new face was at once predatory and pleading.
You see now, don't you, Mother?
No, I
We
don't
have to
see.
eat to grow strong. We have to make them pay for everything they've done to us. I know what the unicorns did to Grandma. How you came to hate them for having forced you on her, for making her bear the bastard daughter of the master of the house. You were right to hate.
Okay. We are actually getting a full body shot of Candymare. Y'all gonna think I'm weird for this? Nope, wrong button. There we go. Make sure I'm still recording. I just took a screenshot. Because this is a full body layout of Candymare. The first one I've ever seen. Like a first official one. I mean, camera's over here, not over there. First official one. Of course, every Candymare art looks different because people imagine her differently, of course. But this is the first full body of her actually standing and not killing someone.
And it's that hatred that will make you strong. The more I feed you, the more you eat, and very soon, you'll be just like me.
Those last words froze the blood in the old mare's heart. The moan in her throat turned into a rattling rasp as all the air left her lungs. The decapitated head on the serving plate seemed to look up at her with blind pity.
Hey, Charles Sparky, you took the words right out of my mouth. She does kind of look hot. She does kind of look hot. I ain't gonna lie. That's supposed to be doing it in reverse, but I can't speak in reverse. Shut up, man. I can't speak in a freaking reverse. But she does kind of look hot, though. Should I search up sexy fan art of freaking Candymare? Because you got me curious. Of course, I wouldn't show that on freaking live stream because that will get me banned from YouTube. Obviously, I was gonna freaking turn my display capture off.
How terrible the fate that her own daughter had planned out for her truly was.
I feel like I shouldn't.
It was true. She had always hated.
Do you have to get me interested? Not interested. Not interested. It's the freak phone. No, turn over. Stop it. Turn over. Thank you. Do you have to give me freaking... What's the word? Come on, brain. Freaking interested in looking it up. There,
The
whatever.
unicorns and Pegasi.
Curious.
But each of the tribes had hated
Freaking
the
curious.
others. It had
Dang.
always been that way. Though her daughter had been sweet and innocent,
Oh,
it was
man.
that hatred that had helped poison and twist her, that had helped to shape her into the creature she was
She
now.
never coming back from that either.
She was her mother's daughter, after all. And the sick irony was not lost on Strawberry Patch.
Strawberry
A sharp
Patch.
stab
Who's
in her
that?
chest. A wave of
Or
panic.
what is that?
And then a sigh of relief. This revelation had been too much for the old pony's heart
She died?
to take. She slumped forward in her chair.
Mother?
The candy-coated filly nuzzled her mother's side.
Mother, the food's getting cold. This is no time to nap. Please, didn't you hear what I said before? You have to live, so you have to eat. You have to.
You must look up sexy fan art of Candymare on a separate video. That will be hilarious and traumatizing to you. I will be doing it in a... Oh, freak. I will be doing it in a separate video as well. If I can actually find anything. I'm going to see if I can find anything. If I can, then I will. If I can. I'm looking. So far, no. She's in human form. That's Pinkie Pie. There, oh, that's Candymare. I mean, it do have cool images, though. Yeah, they don't have any. I mean, I can always look up a fan art of Candymare. You know what? I'll stop. Nah, don't stop, bro. Actually, I don't really care if you do it. It don't bother me none. I mean, they do have pick up cool images. Let me. Before I forget. There we go. Before I forget. I don't know my forgetful self. But yeah, I might look up Candymare fan art in the next video because there's been more since I've last researched it. A lot more.
Mother? Mother?
You gonna eat your mother? She dead though, so. I mean.
A distant wail cut through the snowy stillness, causing Private
Don't
Pansy
listen
to
to
shiver.
it.
Though the storm had raged for the better part of a day and a night now,
Freak.
it was beginning.
Who? What's her name?
Wail cut through the snowy stillness, causing Private Pansy to shiver.
Private Pansy.
Though the storm had raged for
Have
the
we
better
heard that
part
name?
of a day and a night now, it was beginning to slacken.
I don't know.
Commander Hurricane had charged this platoon of Pegasi
Yes.
with the evacuation
She have.
effort, and storm or no storm, they would do
Captain
their duty.
Hurricane.
Though they had been able to subdue the Wendigos in the newfound nation of Equestria, they seemed to be far too numerous and powerful here in the northern farmlands to drive away completely. Private Pansy did not really want to think about what that must mean, about the hatred and distrust the simple farm folk must feel for the other pony tribes.
I'll have to get my computer
She was
erased after
only
this.
here to observe the proceedings on the commander's orders and to remind
Checking
the
my
other
live stream on my
troops
phone.
that they were supposed to treat
Just
the
to be
Earth
sure.
ponies with kindness, tolerance, and friendship when possible. It had been hard enough convincing the Earth ponies they could trust the Pegasus platoon. The only interaction many of them had ever had with a Pegasus before were the sometimes harsh negotiations over weather and crop yields. Private Pansy had thought many times before the Troubles that it seemed rather silly to threaten to restrict the farmers' ability to grow food unless they provided a large share of that selfsame food.
Man, just imagine how many points there are of ridiculous names. Boy, you have no idea, man. You have no freaking idea.
They had no choice but to comply. But what if they hadn't?
No idea.
What if they had all refused to share any food, or even to grow it,
bro.
so long as the Pegasi made such demands? They would have all starved. It really wasn't any wonder the Wendigos had come to bedevil the pony tribes. Thinking about it, it was no surprise they'd been thickest around the ponies, who had been the most downtrodden, who had the most reason to hate the other tribes. It made Pansy's heart ache if she thought about it too much. Still, such thoughts put things in perspective when, during a particularly nasty squall, the troop had approached a small wagon to render aid, and there dived...
I heard something. Try the name one. My brain immediately went to Lyra Heartstrings and Bonbon. I don't know why. Bonbon and Lyra Heartstrings is not that bad of names. I'm in a few. Hey, I'm an MOP bro. I'm a brony, bruh. I'm a brony, I promise. I'm a brony. I am a brony. Am I a brony? Am I a fake brony? Bulk biceps. I mean, that ain't that bad of a name, but... I'm a brony, people. I'm a brony. I am a brony. I'm a full-fledged brony, boy. I think.
out of the air
I'm still thinking.
had caused the simple farmers to respond with panic. While it was true that visibility was poor, once they established that they were no threat, the Earth ponies had still been very angry and distraught. Apparently, in the commotion, their children had run away to escape the perceived...
Spitfire. There we go, Spitfire. That's a bomb name. That's a freaking fire-fledged name, bro. But freaking Spitfire, like you spit and fire, like Spitfire, like spit, fire. No, that's not there, man.
Threat, and now had likely become lost in the forest. They had been searching for a night and the better part of the next day, trying to find the lost tots and reunite them with their parents. Many of the Pegasi soldiers were grumbling that the whole thing was a farce and that there were no children, and this was just a wild goose chase, the Earth pony's idea of a joke. Private Pansy, for her part, felt that the parents' distress was genuine. No one would cry as they had in this...
Twice a sparkle. Bro, what does tune in next time to the hub mean? Hold up, what does that mean? What kind of hub? Which hub you talking about? There's a lot of hubs and... Oh, I think I just got another view. Hey, yo, if there's someone else is watching, ignore the conversation we're having right now. Ignore it completely. Anyways, I'm not a fake brony, bro.
Lest they lose part of their face to frostbite. Lost in her thoughts, Private Pansy...
She say help, hold up. Candymare say help.
Part of their face to frostbite.
No, she didn't say help.
Lost in her thoughts,
I say if she did, that'd be weird.
Had found herself wandering away from the rest of the platoon,
checking the live stream again.
Into the darkening woods.
Getting so paranoid how long it's been going on
cut
for.
Through the frosty forest. Though it sounded no less unearthly than before, this time it was followed swiftly by a new sound. The distant, warbling sobs of a crying child. It must be the little lost children, Pansy thought to herself. But
they are dead. It ain't no children. They dead.
The road in this storm. She had better call the others. But when she tried to retrace her steps, she found that no other Pegasi were nearby. Flying above the forest canopy did...
Well, you know where my mind goes to immediately. Charles Sparks said that was a reference to the original TV program that used to air MOPFI. Hub, I remember that. I remember that. Now, after what I just said, I remember that.
Did no good either, as, though the storm had slackened, visibility was still poor above the tree line. For better or worse,
I'm going straight to
Private
the
Pansy
underground,
would have to
man.
rescue the children on her own. Stealing what courage
I'm
she
going
could muster,
straight to the
slight
underground.
Pegasus pressed deeper into the forest
My
until
gosh.
she came to a wide clearing. Everything was coated in thick, ancient snowdrifts, save for a distant, dilapidated farmhouse. That struck Pansy as odd, given how the storm had raged before.
That is
Even
odd.
a truly industrious pony would not have been able to clear off a cottage of even this small size without constant vigilance.
About to say that's Sweet Apple Acres, because that's where the first death happened with Candymare. If I'm not mistaken, it is.
Given the abandoned and
But-
disheveled appearance of the warped timbers, it was
Technically, her
unlikely
father was the
any
first
pony
one.
had cared for the house in some
Technically.
time. Even so, there it was again, the distant sounds of children weeping caught on a gust of frigid
Children?
wind.
Or
It
child.
wasn't so distant
There's two
anymore.
different things.
She flew over
Get
the
your
crust
facts
of
straight.
snow and landed in front of the cabin door. Sure enough, she could hear the crying, slightly muffled, just on the other side of the door. Not wanting to startle any pony, she politely knocked.
Hello? Pegasus Patrol? Any pony home? Hello? Are you okay in there?
A thought
She's telling them to go. Hey, yo, that's your warning, you idiot. Get out of there.
crossed Pansy's mind about a A thought
She's saying
crossed
go.
Pansy's mind
I
about
promise you, she's saying
abandoned
go.
shacks
She's saying
and
no,
crying
no,
children.
go, go. She's saying
She
go.
banged louder this time.
She's saying get out of there.
I warn you, if you hurt any pony, it will go easier for you if you give up yourself peacefully.
She is hurt too many to even know.
There was no answer. Even the sobs seemed to have paused before resuming their steady cadence. Pansy reached out to knock again and was surprised when the door creaked open under her hoof. Inside, the farmhouse was cold and just as ramshackle as the outside.
You just go on a...
Knickknacks and other bric-a-brac cluttered, broken and stained furniture.
You don't
Here and
notice the
there,
smell or
the remnants
anything?
of a picture frame still
Or does
hung
it
on the wall,
so
though
quote-unquote
whatever
smell
scene the
good?
frames once held seemed to have been torn to shreds
Somehow.
long ago.
Blood
The
smells
peeling
good.
wallpaper and
She a
dusty
blowing
floor
herself
were
or her
covered here
wings?
and there with dark,
I don't know.
unidentifiable stains.
Technically, says Corbriar, Corbett plus Mo. What's that supposed to mean, Twizel Sparkle? I probably went to a whole different place than what you were talking about, but I mean... Yeah, well, let me finish reading it. I hate you, get it? No, since my brother always had to start every response with the word technically. Technically, my mind went to a whole different place. Okay.
They did not want to think about. The place smelled awful.
So it
She
does smell
found
awful.
herself suddenly wishing she had
Ignoring
tried harder to
everything
find the
just
rest of
happened.
the platoon. Maybe the best course of action was to step back outside the cottage door and go get some backup. After
No.
all, who knew how many ponies could be lurking in the murky depths of the farmhouse? Who knew what they might do to Pansy if they caught her? A sudden, heartbreaking wail made Pansy's decision for her. Without hesitation, she
You ain't gonna
bounded
make it.
down the hallway and into what seemed like it had
Oh.
once been a kitchen.
I thought you were going to run out the door, but it was going to turn into another part of the house or something. Oh, but no. No. It's just a regular old farmhouse now. No candy, no nothing. Just a regular old farmhouse that you just happen to run and burst into when you hear someone cry.
It was hard to tell under all the blood. Floor to ceiling, wall to wall, the entire room seemed to be drenched in blood, both old and new. Even the windows were soaked, lending a sanguine light to the room from the fitful illumination outside. The rancid, rotting scent hit Pansy like a punch to the nose, making her gag and her eyes water. There were still bits and pieces of something wriggling in the scarlet mess. Bizarrely, there was a table, perfectly set for two, with knives and forks neatly arranged around bloody serving dishes and plates. Only
She's not Candymare. She's a regular pony. She's not skinny. She looked healthy. Besides the depression and scarring she's going to have for the rest of her life, she looked healthy.
this table seemed to have remained untouched
She's not
by
Candymare.
whatever had happened in this room.
She
The
can't
table
kill that pony.
and the tiny
She gonna get
sobbing
executed.
form that was curled up beneath it.
Oh, she gonna get executed big time.
Hello? Are you okay?
Pansy tried not to gag.
Are you Gretel or Hansel? Your parents are worried sick about you. They've sent me to bring you home.
The crying only increased, soft sobs giving way to wails once more.
You have plenty of time to get out of there, you idiot!
I don't know what happened, but we should get you out of here.
Look around you. There's
Tell
been
me when the police
murders.
who own this place might be back. We need to hurry.
I lost her. I lost Mama.
It's okay. I can get you back to your mother. Everything is going to be fine.
No, it's not!
Screamed the child as its head twisted all the way around to glare at Pansy with blazing
horror movie
hot
facts,
eye sockets.
yeah. That was genuine terror. Oh, snap. Oh, I just got stabbed, I mean. Ow. I forgot I had these. My snippers from work, you know? Cutting the yarn. These right here. I forgot I still had them. Ow, that hurt. Ow. Ah. Hey, y'all, I'm gonna get off camera right quick, see if I'm bleeding or not. I'm gonna see if I'm bleeding. Nope, we not bleeding, we good. Alright, getting back on camera, you know, don't want you to demonetize me or anything. I became a trampoline the sequel. Yeah, boy, I became a trampoline the sequel. I'm surprised you watched that video, Twas and Sparkle. You watched all my videos, but I'm surprised you even watched that one. Oh my goodness, hold up. I gotta chill. I gotta chill, hold up. Yeah, I should have named that video this. Nah, I didn't know what was gonna happen in this video.
Thick
Or the live
red
stream.
tendrils, like
So she
riding
still is
worms,
Candymare.
spilled out from the
So you
eyeless
dead.
void, reaching toward the startled
You dead.
Pegasus. Only her military training kept her from being snatched by the grasping crimson tethers.
Nothing will ever be fine again.
Exploded the filly, howling in many voices. Her tiny body ripped and tore as something burst forth from within, shredding to pieces the rotten and dead corpse of a little filly from inside out. A sugary scent mixed with the stench of rotting meat and putrefied blood filled the room as a grown mare made of candy flipped the table and sent it shattering to splinters against the wall.
My father, my mother, they both abandoned me. Left me in this rotten world with all these rotten people. I tried to be a good person.
No, you
I
haven't!
tried to protect her, but she died.
You tried to kill her. Technically.
Just like
If I can eat pony
everyone
flesh, bro.
else in
Cannibalism.
this filthy, rotten world.
Fix your voice, bro. I can't hear a freaking word you're
Tears
saying.
gathered at the corners
Fix
of
your
the
voice,
creature's
man.
lollipop
Or
eyes.
girl.
Everyone
Billy, whatever.
except me.
Pansy was frozen in place,
No,
The
you
torrents of
like,
sheer madness
well,
and
there's a name
despair
that's going to traumatize me for the
rolling
rest of
off
my
this
life. Yeah, I know,
creature
Charlie Sparkle, right?
shook her to her very
I know.
core. She had heard
Come on,
rumors of the
traumatize me
Candymare,
and
of
keep
course,
me into a trampoline
but
for the
like
rest of my
most
life.
Pegasi, she had dismissed it as some kind of earth pony urban legend, a way of explaining away loved ones lost in the cold. She had always hoped it was ponies leaving for warmer climates or, at worst, becoming tragically lost in a sudden whiteout.
Testing,
She
testing, 1,
had
2,
never
3.
considered that such a
I think we all
blood-soaked
good.
monstrosity could really be at
Man.
the heart of the Nightmare Night legend. The beast seemed to be occupied with her own grief. If Pansy was careful, she might just be able to go back out of the kitchen, out of the house.
No, you
out of the
won't, bro. That
forest,
house is going to change, bro. You ain't going nowhere, man.
out of this country
You
forever.
ain't going
One
nowhere.
hind hoof moved to do just that,
Bro, you...
and landed on a floorboard with a traitorous creak.
It's because of ponies. Like you.
Wait, is she bone? Hold up, look at... First of all, she's muscular. But right here, her right arm, our left, is that bone? I think that's straight bone. But she muscular on the other side. Don't get on her left side, bro. Or they say wrong side? Nah, don't get on her left side.
So much better than everyone else. But I have a secret for you.
With blinding speed, the fiend slithered across the floor to stand right beside Pansy. She leaned in, sugary breath, hot and sweet, in Pansy's ear and nose.
You
The blood.
all taste the same.
Oh!
Sharp.
I am jumpy for no reason.
Teeth clipped Pansy's ear off at the root, leaving a
Oh,
bloody hole
snap.
in the side of her head.
Oh, snap.
She did not even register the pain, transfixed by the sight of the Candymare slowly chewing the wad of flesh. It was not until her own blood dribbled down the side of her face and into the corner of her own mouth that she screamed in shock and pain.
Okay. Twilight Sparkle, we bringing back an old topic of on this video. Look at Candymare's booty. I know that sounds weird. There's teeth. I think I'm just gonna leave it at that for now. See where this conversation goes. There's teeth on her
Reeled
butt.
backwards. She had to get away.
Kind of. It's like
She ran
not
down the-
really, but it's kind of like lower down. I mean, like on her leg. What's that back part of your leg, bro? I don't. Thigh, not thigh. Thigh's like. I'm not good with anatomy. Okay,
Or
shut
like
up.
knocking over dusty end tables and chairs, trying to block the candy monster's pursuit. She need not have bothered. When she reached the living room, the sugar-coated nightmare was waiting for her with a bloody grin, blocking the door. Without hesitation, Pansy whirled and ran back the way she had come. There was another door. She had seen it in the kitchen. She did not know how the Candymare had beaten her to the living room, but right now, that was the only other way out. The
Look at
floor
the thing,
itself
bro.
seemed to conspire against her.
It could do
turning
anything.
sticky and gooey beneath her hooves.
Including kill you,
With a
because
surge
you're
of
so
her
dumb
wings,
not to
She
listen.
pulled herself loose, only to see that it was not just the floor, but
Ever
the
see a horror
walls and
movie?
ceiling as well that seemed to be melting around her. She had to land again, or run the risk of being crushed. Barely making it back to the blood-stained kitchen once again, she froze dead in her tracks.
Like a comic book,
There was
bruh.
a pony in a chair. But it was not the Candymare. She looked old, haggard, and, from the glaze of her milky eyes, very dead. Had she been sitting at the table the entire time?
Yes, sir.
Something caught Pansy's eye. A book
Booty teeth. Oh yeah, I can get down with.
that poked from the ruffles of the dead pony's dress.
But
Despite
yeah, she
her
has been there
peril,
the entire
book
time.
seemed somehow important to Pansy.
Dumb pony.
As if it were calling out to her. She reached out. Just as she laid a single hoof upon
No!
it, a riot of laughter shook the cottage. The walls seemed to stretch and melt all around her, like the images
Keep your
in a
eye on the
funhouse
body,
mirror.
bruh.
Without warning, the kitchen floor
Keep your
fell away,
keep your eyes on
opening
the
like
body.
a massive mouth, splintered timbers serving as the jagged fangs of the gaping maw.
That body's not dead. That body is alive. Being mind controlled, but alive. That corpse is not
There was no time
dead.
to react. Pansy tumbled into the darkness, sure that at any moment she was going to crack her skull or break her spine. Instead, she had an unexpectedly gentle landing. The dank basement she had fallen into was without illumination, so before her eyes could adjust, the first thing to assault her was the stench. It was the same rotting scent she had smelled before, only now it
Only
rose
stronger.
up and surrounded her. It was strange and spicy, salty almost,
Spicy!
terribly bitter and foul. As her eyes adjusted to the gloom, she could see why. The cellar was full of dead bodies. Fillies and foals mostly, though a few colts and stallions hung from hooks on the walls. More corpses were scattered at her hooves. These, apparently, had been responsible for her soft landing. Pansy recoiled in terror. She had been a seasoned veteran for many years now, though she had intentionally avoided any promotion in rank, afraid of the responsibility.
Look behind you, look behind you, look
preferring her
behind you.
role as Commander Hurricane's liaison and confidant.
Hurricane? You mean
Yet
hurricane?
never, in all her years, in all the battles that she had witnessed, had she seen so many corpses in one place. The empty
Behind
eye
you,
sockets of
you
preserved
stupid!
skulls gazed up at
Stupid, psychedelic, idiotic pony, look behind you.
piteously. She could see where
We
some
have an hour
bellies had
left,
been
people.
pickled and others coated in salt.
Father
to
Sparkle,
preserve
stay with
their
me to the
flesh.
end, but we have an hour left. Stay with me to the
Pansy
end, man.
realized with a lurch in her stomach that she had landed
Took
in
it
the
down around
monster's
10:40ish.
larder. As if conjured by that thought,
Told my
the
grandfather around 10
Candymare
o'clock.
appeared, a high-pitched giggle bubbling from her sugar-frosted
Little short.
lips.
Probably didn't get a pail with one of those
Snake-like
horns,
whips
bro.
that served as her
And the boot.
mane, raised knives,
That would hurt.
cleavers, and other carving implements.
Look behind
that
you, you
glittered
stupid
cruelly in the
idiot.
dark. Pansy had no doubt that those blades were razor-honed. She saw now what
Obviously.
fate lay in store for her. There was a row of jars filled with delicate Pegasus wings in some kind of sauce. Next to them were other organs, pieces of pony flesh, far more disgusting to behold. But she could not take her eyes off those plucked appendages in their jars. She did not want parts of her body to be coated in spices and eaten as a snack when she died.
Wait. Just wait. You don't have to do
There we
this.
go. Had some air in my
I
chest.
swear. I won't tell anyone about this. You can
She don't care.
listen
She about to tell everybody herself.
killing other ponies here. That's what we want.
Look at those
I'll make
teeth.
sure no one comes to bother you. I've got friends in high places in Canada. We're banning this region anyway, so anyone left behind are liable to be bandits, crooks, or hate mongers. Anyway, if you let me go, I'm sure I can make the authorities look the other way.
No.
From the grin on her face and
Oh,
the
she about to
glazed
die.
look in her
Any
glass
second she about to
eyes,
die.
it did not seem like the Candymare was listening. The parts of the knives that weren't splattered with dark stains glistened in the dusky light.
She looks so good.
Please don't kill me.
Pansy
Look behind you, you stupid idiot. Every horror movie ever.
howled in desperation
Got that
as she
right.
lifted the book high as a
I think she
shield.
finally seen her though.
She trembled,
I would hope.
expecting to feel the cold kiss of serrated metal at any moment.
Bro, look at that. What is in those jars? Is that like a fetus? Is that what it's called? I keep looking up there for the freaking camera. Is that what it's called?
It was
Called?
a
I don't know.
sensation that never came.
No. No, I think I have a better idea.
A
You're gonna do her
single
just like you did your
tendril
mother.
reached out and wrested the book from Pansy's shaking grasp.
You will be my emissary. You will tell my story. That way, all will know what is coming for them. You will be my messenger, so that all will know exactly what waits for them in the dark.
The Candymare tucked the book into Pansy's saddlebag.
What did I tell you?
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Are you dumb? Are you straight stupid? She gonna kill you anyways.
I promise I'll do exactly as you say.
Pansy looked around. There did not seem to be any way out of this terrible charnel cellar. She did not trust the way that the Candymare smiled at her.
Only, how do I know this isn't just some trick? That I can trust you?
It is a
And I'm
trick.
not just
You stupid idiot.
leading you to more victims.
She just said, tell everybody what's happening and what awaits them. She's going after them. She just said it. I'm kind of frustrated, bro.
Inward wider.
Dumb
as a
idiot.
hole opened up in the roof high above.
Oh, they don't
At
believe
that
you
moment,
anyways.
The cold light spilling through this new skylight was the most welcome sight that Pansy had ever seen.
You'll just have to decide that for yourself. Did I deceive you?
Facts.
Or
I know.
indulge you? Trick.
Or treat. she is freaking. Woo. Chapter 3 coming up, yeah, boy. Yo, how y'all enjoying it so far? Twilight Sparkle, how you enjoying it? You're the only one watching. But I mean, hey, I'm doing this so I don't have to waste all this storage and all this editing, bro. That's the reason why I'm doing it. Like, for real. I mean, like, dang. I'm liking this. We have less than an hour. I'm enjoying every second of this live stream as well. Man, yeah, definitely Twilight Sparkle. I'm gonna be doing more of these videos. I'm doing more live streams, bro. I'm going to do more. Ooh, that bass hits different. But I'm doing more live streams. I love it. And yes, I will be, since I think my computer can handle live streams the way I have it, all I have to do is go into OBS and configure the wizard, the auto configuration wizard to configure it to the live streams, and I think it will work perfect. It's working perfect right now. I have excellent connection. All I gotta do is look over here periodically to check the camera, make sure it don't cut out like it did that one time, and that's pretty much all I have to do. That's pretty much all I have to do. I mean, I'm loving this. I'm hyped, bro. I'm loving this. I love doing live streams when it actually works. Home Sweet Home and Candymare's Tale, Chapter 3. I won't be doing it for every video. I'll be doing regular videos, of course.
To keep track of these days.
But I'll definitely be doing more live streams.
This new nation, Equestria, was one founded on love and tolerance. The tribes had found that...
That is a problem, though. Whenever that vent comes on, whenever there's noise in the background, that is the only problem with live streams. I can't do nothing about it. If it's too bad, let me know. Just so I can have them cut it off right quick. I'm sure my grandfather won't really mind it. Maybe. But maybe for some random reasons. When's the next Tutor Charles Nightmare Mode live stream? Hey, you know what? That might be my next thing, bro. I might do that tomorrow. I have to leave at 3 o'clock to go to my family. We're having our Christmas dinner. I got a stomach virus, so I couldn't go into it. So we're going to rehab our Christmas dinner. So tomorrow, maybe around 12 o'clock, I'll start it, and it'll be like maybe like an hour and a half. Won't be too long, but if I remember, I might do it.
With their new bonds of
it's gonna be
friendship and
soon.
understanding, they could be far stronger and secure, working together for the greater good.
Now,
That did
I'm gonna
not
look at the
mean
live
all
stream
of their problems were going
right
to
quick.
disappear overnight, nor that there weren't any new problems on the horizon. Commander Hurricane had been receiving reports of griffins being spotted probing Pegasus.
hate that freaking vent. Hold up just a minute, everyone. Hold up just a minute. Or hold up to a minute twice this bunker. Hold up. I'm gonna try to freaking go into my videos. Or live stream in this case. Is that heat or is that air? That's air, borderline heat. I put a freaking trash can over it. Hope it don't melt the plastic. You can still hear it. That air. I'm sorry. That's the best I can do. The vent is the best character in this live stream. No, it's not. The vent is torture. The vent is like Candymare on steroids, bro. It's that bad. I freaking hate the vent.
While they might just be testing their
I'm gonna make sure that
borders
ain't
now,
heat though.
the
If that's heat,
commander
I'm gonna
knew
have to
how
take
the
it off
Griffins
because I don't
thought.
want to burn the
If
trash
they
can.
suspected any weakness, they would not hesitate to try and take more territory for themselves, regardless of if they really needed it or not. There had been
That's
a
borderline
long-standing
heat,
treaty between
but
the
I'm gonna
Griffins and
leave
the
it.
Pegasi over no flight zones and
It's
what
like
counted
warm
as
air,
international
so
airspace.
it might get heated
but
up.
it
I don't
was
know.
possible that, with their abandonment of their former cloud cities for the newly
Oh, my
constructed
butt is
Cloudsdale,
sweating.
that the Griffins held those treaties to be null and void.
TMI, I know. TMI, too much
Commander
info. I know.
Hurricane had been discussing just such a possible development with his staff.
Oh, is that right there,
when
Commander
Starswell
Hurricane?
the Bearded let himself into the room. At
Probably.
first, the more militaristic
Who's that
Pegasus
female?
had thought the old unicorn something of a fool, what with the bells sewn into the brim of his hat and the colourful
Bro.
motley costume he wore. Most unicorns were given to
I love that.
extravagances that
That
the
dude
more
right there.
pragmatic Pegasi found
Y'all can see him now.
distasteful. But Starswell was in a class
Come over,
all
have
by
his face.
himself. It had come as a shock to the commander when he found out that the old fellow was not only the most powerful and accomplished magician in King Bullion's unicorn court, but was also kind, respectful, and of a keen strategic mind. It was Starswell who had foreseen that Equestria could not survive if the tribes continued to be divided, and would simply fall back into their old, segregated ways if left to self-rule. As such, Commander Hurricane, King Bullion, and the good Chancellor Puddinghead had agreed
King
to submit
Bullion.
themselves to a ruler who would have sovereignty over them all. A pony who would be
Okay.
charged with the stewardship and protection of each tribe and all of Equestria in the years to come. It had also been Starswell's genius to seek out such rulers from the Alicorns.
Father Sparkle,
one
don't
of the
judge
most
me, man.
long-lived and powerful races
I say my
who
thoughts.
embodied the best
No, I don't.
qualities of
If I
unicorn,
say my thoughts,
Pegasus,
oh,
and Earth ponies.
I would be shot.
They had not one, but two such rulers now
All
in
I'ma
the
say
Pony
that.
Sisters,
All I'ma
Celestia
say.
and Luna. Though young, they carried themselves with a dignity that even King Bullion's daughter, Princess Platinum, had grown to
Is that
respect.
Princess
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 How goes
Platinum?
the weather committee?
What is?
Have you had a chance to look over
Y'all
the
seen that
plans
dude?
for the weather factories yet?
asked the bearded wizard.
I see you've got your maps and charts out.
Oh, I didn't mean to do that. My
Perhaps you're
bad.
looking for a good source of water for the rain factory. I have an idea
That's cool,
I'd
but
like
for
to
some
propose
random
about
reason.
using a different tribe's water source each year, so that no one tribe would suffer a potential drought. Only,
All right.
it seems these aren't my
Very
blueprints
good.
at all. They appear to be maps and drawings of the Griffin
Yeah.
Kingdom.
So what?
My dear Commander, I hope you weren't planning some sort of military action on your own.
Nothing of the sort.
Starswell arched an eyebrow. Hurricane
I like his
hastily
voice.
rolled up the map
Has that
of
deep
Gregor
bass
Griffin's
voice. I
private
like that.
keep.
Merely discussing measures to secure Equestria's airspace, with all due caution, of course.
There had been a time that if a unicorn had suggested the commander of any impropriety, no matter how small, he would have launched into an angry rage. He had learned a valuable lesson about keeping his more negative emotions in check, and having such
Yeah,
a relapse
through the
now
positive.
in
What would
front
happen
of
if you
so
met
venerable a
Candymare?
friend
I'm just,
was out
bro.
of-
Okay, here's the thing. If I met Candymare, bro, I'd be looking straight at her. I'd be like, yeah, yo, don't try to trick me into doing anything that I want to do, bro. Like, here's the deal. Here's what we gonna do. You are gonna go over there and you're gonna keep your butt on that floor and you're gonna stay. You ain't coming near me at all. You ain't gonna do anything to me. If I see a piece of candy, I might take a little bite out of it, and if it kills me, I'm gonna come back from the dead and haunt your tail. And then we smash.
The question.
Hey.
He merely smiled.
Hey.
I'm afraid we haven't gotten
She ain't gonna listen to all that, but she'll listen to the last part, though. You know what I mean? We're gonna smash.
around to viewing your plans yet, old friend. But we'll get to that just
We
as
all
soon
know
as
she'll love
Private
that.
Pansy joins us.
What am I
I'm
talking
awaiting her
about? This is a
report about
live
the
stream. I
ongoing
can't edit none of this
evacuations
out.
from the north so that we can better
Already
gauge
said
the
and
size
already
of our
done.
potential workforce.
A most
I'm
brilliant
dead.
idea, Commander. I should have expected nothing less.
My bad.
Pardon me for my suspicious mind.
She'll listen to me, bro.
I'm afraid it's difficult.
Now, if I literally met Candymare, hey, twat the sparkle, shut up. But now, if I really met Candymare, oh, we going off. I will. Okay, if I met Candymare in real life, I will literally ask her to smash, literally, because I know she gonna kill me. I don't have nothing to lose. I'm gonna die anyways. I'll start crying because I already know the pain's gonna be unbearable.
For even a unicorn.
Not for that way, because I'll die. I'll get blown up from the inside out.
Hereditary distrust of the Pegasus stratocracy.
Taking that out of context, ain't I?
Starswirl removed his hat with a
Apparently.
jingle of bells and bowed, showing that his apology was genuine and his last words were meant in jest. Commander Hurricane could not help but observe that, for all his immense magical prowess, Starswirl did behave something like a jester or fool from time to time, but it was only to put
You know what?
friends at ease.
Hey, I'm sorry. Take that with a 3. I want to do something. You have such a dirty mind, and you can't hide that. I can. I'm not going to, but I could. Anyways, here's what I'm going to do. I know I'm just delaying the live stream. I'm going to open up 2 tutorials. I'm not playing in this live stream. This live stream's already too long. You know what? No, I'm not. I was going to do that so I can see how the live stream will work with it. Oh, wait, crap. I need to do this before I forget. But I'm not going to. Because I know people watching this in post, they're going to be, you know, after the fact, after it's already done. They're going to be mad. So I'll leave it. 2 tutorials! Y'all can hate me if y'all want. I listen to my fans. 2 tutorials. I ain't playing in this live stream. Hold up, wait. What? Y'all ain't gonna see all my stuff? Y'all ain't gonna see all my stuff. Appreciate it. I want to see how it works. Okay? Oh, crap. It's gonna open up Steam and everything. If the live stream crashes, don't y'all worry. I'll be back. Updating Steam.
The Pegasus also knew that he could
I'ma
also
keep an eye on
effectively
the-
make enemies
it's opening right now.
underestimate the unicorn, much to their later
Keeping an eye
regret.
on the excellent symbol.
The doors to the meeting room burst open as a pair
You
of
gotta do
Pegasus
that to
guards
me!
and a unicorn rushed in. The commander recognized Clover the Clever, Princess Platinum's advisor and a close friend.
Starswirl, you have to come quick. It's Pansy.
What? What's this about Private Pansy?
Hurricane's heart
Private
sank
Pan.
as he looked at the face of
My
Starswirl's
bad.
apprentice.
I do have a
What's
dirty
happened?
mind.
I'm not sure, Commander, but she's been injured. She was on her way to report to you and she collapsed.
The unicorn turned her worried gaze
We're
to
still
her
on
mentor.
excellent.
But I fear it's no ordinary wound. I sense dark magic has infected her. The same that wiped out one of the unicorn settlements 30 years ago.
Starswirl
People are gonna hate me. I'm doing this for my curiosity to see if the live stream will actually work good.
His face darkened.
Take me to her. We haven't a moment to lose.
It's not opened yet. It's still loading.
Private
opening.
Pansy
Lagging.
writhed beneath the sheets. The medics had tried their best to make her comfortable after stitching up the wound where her ear had been.
There's a Godzilla analog horror series called The Man in the Suit. You should definitely react to it. I told the Sparkle. I might give that a. We're still on excellent. Alright, so it definitely works for it. Not the best. It's made by unknowingly. Alright, towards the Sparkle, if you can remember that, send it to me through a YouTube link. If you don't mind, please.
I know it's been a while since we last spoke.
I'm just doing it for the live stream. That's all I'm doing. I'm literally just doing it to make sure it will work with the live stream. If not, then I will lower the settings if I have to. I can do that and I know it will work. I'm just checking it, okay? People watching this post, y'all can go ahead and skip it. Because I only got one viewer right now, so I'm sure Twas the Sparkle don't mind, hopefully. But I mean, yeah, I'll definitely react to that Godzilla analog horror series.
Half train, half giga spider from hell. We've been planning his demise.
Seemed to work good, okay. That's all I'm gonna check, because I don't want to make people too mad, but I don't really care if you get mad or not. Get mad, this is my channel, I do what the freak I want to on my channel. Camera is lagging a little bit. Yeah, I'm probably gonna have to lower the settings, but I'll do that. They did it 1 to 3. All right.
But she
Let me close out Steam. Hardware survey. Please take a moment to complete the following short survey. Each month, Steam collects data from what kinds of computer hardware and software our customers are using. The survey data is incredibly helpful to us, and that it ensures that we're making good decisions about what kinds of technology investments to make and products to offer. The data we collect is anonymous and won't be associated with your account. Would you like to participate in the survey? I don't care, bro. I'm using a trash computer, bro. Very slow freaking trash computer. I don't care. Facts.
quickly developed a fever.
Okay, and then 1 to 3.
Worse, she had started.
Whenever I do
coughing up
tutorials,
blood and
I'll
bile,
turn the setting down.
So that now the sheets weren't only soaked with sweat, but splattered with scarlet stains as well. Starswirl entered the room in a whirl of his starry robes, horn instantly blazing with light as the glow of a powerful spell enveloped the injured Pegasus.
You gonna heal her with the spell?
While Clover moved to her
You are
friend's
powerful,
side.
dang.
Hurricane wasn't far behind.
Blast it all, I'm in charge here. Some pony tell me what's going on. What's happened to my liaison?
His voice
Liaison.
as his eyes fell on the state of the sheets.
What is wrong with my friend?
No pony really knows.
Clover placed one
She missing her ear.
glowing magic shell that now encased Pansy.
We've been studying cases when we can.
Freak you
but it's
think.
rare to come across any survivors. There were many when it first surfaced, but none lasted for more than a day before they had to be destroyed.
Duh.
We've been researching what we can about
Dang,
potential
right.
cures. But without a
Stupid.
stable subject to try them on, it's impossible to know if they'll be effective.
And so far, none of the subjects have been stable. The spell I've cast will only slow the spread of the curse. But given her condition, even with my spells, it's only a matter of time.
Curse? Only a matter of time? Until what? Spit it out, sir.
Until she
If this is
dies.
some
What
new
are you
threat to
talking about, you
Equestria,
dumb
as
piece
its
of crap?
military commander, it is my right to know.
Starswirl frowned.
She going to die. You are the most idiotic pony in this whole series so far.
Motioned for the medics to leave the room and closed the
Still
door
got 49
behind
minutes
them.
left. I don't know.
He did not stop there, moving to the tower window and securing the shutters to be sure no passing Pegasus might eavesdrop. With just Clover, Hurricane, and himself in the room with the afflicted Pansy, the bearded unicorn lit a few candles to provide a fitful sort of illumination.
It's only a matter of time, Commander, until we lose poor Pansy in more ways than one. She is under the sway of a dire curse that saps the life from Earth Pony, Pegasus, and Unicorn alike. We've tried to keep this under wraps to prevent a panic from spreading through the populace. In the more advanced stages, which I am sorry to say that Pansy is on the verge of, the body is destroyed and replaced with a simulacrum that is possessed of nothing but a cruel and violent hunger. If there is anything you wish to say to her, Hurricane, I suggest you do so now.
The commander, for all his bravery, looked truly shaken.
She can hear us? Can she speak?
Yes. The barrier is for our safety. Let's keep the curse from spreading. My spell work should have slowed the process sufficiently now that the worst of the pain is over.
The worst of the pain? You have no idea what this curse is capable of. The worst of the pain? Oh no, that's only just beginning. Her insides are literally going to become her outsides. The worst of the pain? You are stupid.
I only wish that I could do more.
Starswell's brow.
You can always
knit in
kill her.
thought.
Make that pain not as bad.
Actually, Clover, your teleportation spells have come along now, yes? You should be able to blink between here and the castle of the Royal Pony Sisters. Fetch the princesses as quickly as you can. Alicorn magic may succeed where unicorns has failed.
Of course. I'll return as swiftly as I can.
Clover
I
vanished.
mean, teleport, get the princess, teleport back. That's as easy as teleport to the princesses, tell them what's wrong, and then teleport back. So you should be back in like, what? Like, a minute tops?
In a flash of violet light.
And she's not gone. I know
This is
they're
really
easy to
old
say, man.
Star
I'm
Swirl.
sorry I had to say it.
Can the royal sisters truly help my poor pansy?
Asked Hurricane.
Oh no, she dead.
All pretense of control or command
She is
abandoned.
dead.
I very much doubt it.
Yeah.
As powerful as the princesses are, they are yet inexperienced in their abilities. They were recently blank flanks, after all. While that means little when it concerns their maturity, it
Do I see the
does
link now?
mean
Let me
they are
see.
still very much coming into their own. I merely sent Clover away, so
I
she
just
may be
closed out of
spared.
YouTube.
Missing the end.
Starswell gazed sadly at Pansy, and at that moment he looked every bit as old as his many years.
She's stirring, Commander.
689. Appreciate you guys.
How's your chance?
Nah, I don't see the link to Twilight Sparkle.
Pansy's eyes.
I can look it up though. Hold
closed
up.
tight as she had grimaced and groaned on the bed.
Man, the suit.
fluttered
Oh
open.
shoot.
She was beautiful beneath Starswell's shimmering spell, but she had always been beautiful to Hurricane. Only rank and duty had kept the old warhorse from saying so, something he never once had cause to regret, until this day, this moment.
Private. Pansy, can you hear me? Are you in pain?
Yes!
I was, Commander.
She spoke slowly, as if in a daze.
Not anymore, though. Everything feels
Just wait.
so fuzzy.
Wait a minute. Actually, she might be good. Well, she's not good. She's about to die. She is not good at all. She is about to die. But she might be good in the fact that the man in the suit, okay. She might be good in the fact that she might not suffer the pain. Because she didn't eat the candy, so the candy's not in her system. So, I mean, oh shoot. So, I mean, she might be good. Analog horror series. I can spell. 11 videos. Not long at all. I could do that in one whole video. Oh yeah, YouTube don't really care for pasting links. Maybe that's why. Okay, I saved the playlist. Okay. We are good. Let me get back to the live stream on my phone. But yeah, so maybe since she did not eat the candy, maybe she won't be... Since she didn't eat the candy, maybe she won't be as... Maybe it won't be painful because it won't be in her internals. Maybe she'll just die and then be replaced by a demon.
I wanted to see you. I needed to see you. Before the end,
Net killing me.
I heard what Master Starswell said, but I knew even before he said it, what that monster has done to me. She tricked me. After all, I guess. Trick or treat.
Who did this to you? Give me a name, Private. Or if you don't have one, give me a description, and I swear I'll bring the full might of the equestrian military down on them so fast they'll never know what hit them.
You still gonna die.
Fire crept back into Hurricane's eyes.
She can regenerate limbs.
No, please don't.
There's the pain.
You don't know what she's like. I had the chance to read her mother's journal.
They ain't none of these boys. I know. I love that voice.
It's in my saddlebag. He'll tell you everything you need to know.
Her eyes welled with tears. It was clear that whatever time Starswell's spell had brought them was quickly drawing to a close.
I think it's why she let me go. She wanted you and the others to have it. She wanted you to know what she is and who is coming for you.
Who? Who, my love?
Private Pansy's face lit up, shining almost brighter than the spell. The look of joy on her face was quickly replaced with one of anguish. She managed to choke the words out with a fresh spurt of blood from between her teeth.
Candymare.
She's still experiencing the pain. Everyone ready? Let's go. Let's go.
Writhed then, her skin visibly stretching as something squirmed beneath her flesh.
What'd you get, idiot?
It started from the wound in the side
like
of
I'm
her
freaking
head,
experiencing a rap
spreading
battle,
across
bruh.
her jaw. With a spurt, crimson tendrils shot from her mouth, breaking her jaw. The thick red rope.
Here we go, man. Oh, that image is freaking fire. Bro, that image is fire. Hold up, that image is straight fire, man. Oh, I think I'm psychotic for saying that, but man. Oh, freak, I hit. Oh, my bad.
Ropes continued to spread under her flesh. A few strands hooked around Pansy's shattered mandible and twisted her head to the side.
Looks like freaking electricity, bro.
With the popping and snapping sound of bone grinding against bone, a voice that was not Pansy's own echoed from her ruined mouth and sang mockingly.
What a fright. Yeah. She changes it up every time, bro. What the heck was that hilarious dance, bro? It wasn't hilarious, bro. I'm experiencing a freaking rap battle, bro. I can't dance, man. I shut up, man. I can't dance, bro. I can't dance.
Strands
Shut
of
up, bro. I
licorice
can't dance.
Shot from behind Pansy's
Man,
eyes,
judge.
popping them from their sockets so that they dangled down her face.
Woo!
The tendrils jammed themselves into the magical shell.
All work is fire.
They pierced the barrier as if it was made of paper.
Star Swirl, what's happening?
Hurricane fell back.
That's what that
the
is.
flailing appendages missing him by mere inches.
I warned you, the victims are never stable.
The unicorn's horn blazed, trying to batter back the squirming tendrils.
I thought he was going to teleport out of there.
Curse seems to manifest itself differently in every pony, but I've never seen such a violent reaction as this. Most of them don't even speak beyond a few mumbles and a little mad giggling. They don't sing.
Because this right here is Candymare herself. Candymare is literally through this pony herself. You know y'all dead. Y'all have already signed your fate whenever y'all stayed there. This is so cool though.
For all the powerful mage's efforts, the tendrils were bursting out from the protective shell in more and more places. Pansy was now little more than a swollen mass, inflating from the inside as more and more candy tendrils burst from her flesh. Whatever was inside her threatened to pop her bulging body like a ripe boil. She grew larger, tentacles bursting from every existent orifice and ripping out of new, wet and sticky wounds.
Do something!
So was Candymare wearing a disguise that whole time? Honestly, I don't think so. The reason is, I mean, we've already seen Candymare can do almost anything. But the reason I don't think Candymare was wearing the disguise, because, well, we already know she can do everybody's voice that she meets. She can do their voice. Maybe. Hold up. You might be onto something, Twilight Spark. Hold up. Maybe because she probably could be acting like that. But wait a minute. Then why would she just jump out like that? I mean, couldn't she have just... No, I don't believe that. I don't believe she was in the suit or disguise, whatever. How is she there? Maybe she like plant like some material that can make her appear anywhere or something. Well, she can teleport. We've already pretty much established that she can teleport. But maybe, I mean, I don't know. This looks so freaking cool. But maybe she freaking... What am I trying to say? Because she... By the way, I seen that y'all just look at it. Anyway, Percy... Not Percy. What's her name? I already forgot her name. Not Percy. But I already forgot her name. But anyways, this pony right here, Private. We'll call her Private. So pretty much Private, I feel like Private experienced pain during that. She, like, whenever her jaw is dislocated, you can hear her whelping with pain. She experienced pain. So I don't believe Candymare was in the disguise. Unless Candymare was already inside of her. Pause. Unless Candymare was already inside of Private. And then just busted out. But then why wouldn't she wait for a better opportunity to get to them? Now I'm just confused. Honestly, how was the cake? Unless she put the curse on Private for so strong that I don't know. I don't know.
I'm trying.
A flash of violet light filled the room.
I got back as quickly as I could. I found Celestia in her library, but it took longer to find Luna down in the organ room.
Clover's eyes widened as she gazed upon the thing that had once been her friend.
By Celestia Beard, what
Say
is
your
going
name.
on?
I don't have a beard. I swear, you must have one Radness spell and every pony remembers it forever.
I told you, dear sister, no good would come
Look
from
at what's
spending so
going
much
on
time
in
with
front
the
of your
books from Star
faces.
School's private library.
This is no time for playful banter.
Starswirl just barely held back the wall of wriggling appendages with a shimmering wall of magic fire. Celestia's face registered horror before she carefully schooled it back into what she clearly thought was a more appropriate expression for the leader of a nation. Unfortunately, she seemed to think that was a knowing smile.
It's like somebody brought up a nightmare. Can you speak to it, Luna?
Luna's horn sparkled.
You're gonna get her killed!
It's not of the natural waking or sleeping world. I'm afraid we're going to have to do this your way.
Oh, don't be so grim, sister.
Oh my, stop.
It's not every day we get to save Equestria.
Celestia spoke joyously.
Look at what's
As her
happening!
horn flared with brilliant sunlight, her wings spread
Well,
wide.
my butt getting hurting, bro.
Luna's own
That,
horn
hey, I'll
erupted
take that out
in
of
a more
context.
shadowy glow.
I've been sitting for freaking 2:58, bro. 2 hours 58 seconds. That ain't gonna do
Sister's
nothing.
twined beams of magic smashed through Starswell's spell and enveloped Pansy.
Oh, they are so dumb. They broke the spell quicker? And you think y'all going to do something?
Her corpse squirmed like a nest of angry maggots as the brilliant sunlight burned the corruptive candy and the shadows enveloped those pieces that tried to wriggle away. In mere moments, all that was left of poor Pansy was a small collection of bones amid a few gobbets of quivering flesh.
Ow! What was that thing?
The freak.
Celestia probed the bits of char.
Yeah, so that wasn't Candymare. Well, they're screwed. I thought so too, Twilight Sparkle, but yeah, that was not Candymare, because they ain't killing Candymare. Candymare's gonna kill them all. There is no way they can stop Candymare. No way. At all. No way.
That was not a thing. That was Private Pansy.
Pansy, that's
Commander
her name.
Hurricane.
Moy, no it wasn't. Get a life.
Drew himself up.
That was our friend.
No, it...
Oh,
said Luna, with dawning realization.
this is bad, yes?
Starswirl, his expression unreadable,
Dumb idiot.
pulled his hat down over his face. All Clover seemed able
You're
to
laying
do
in the blood.
was
Get up.
cry. Commander Hurricane, for his part, reached out a hoof to stroke the side of Pansy's broken skull. Starswirl turned to the private saddlebag, which had been ignored this entire time, and he opened the journal he found inside. He started to read. Celestia and Luna looked at each other, backed slowly towards the door, and then slipped quickly out of the room.
Covered in blood. Everyone's gonna see you. Oh no, this ain't good for the princesses. No.
Well, I think that could have gone better.
Where's the blood?
Really
And why are they talking so casually?
Said Celestia,
Man, I
as
don't
they
get
walked
it.
quickly out of the barracks.
I don't think now is the time to ask. We can get the whole story from Starswirl later. Right now, we've got other problems.
Without consciously realizing it, the pair took to the sky in perfect synchronization.
The heartwarming festival preparations, you mean? Surely those will need to be postponed in light of one of the founders having passed.
Really?
I think that would be a good idea. If we cancel the event, every pony is going to want to know why. Do you really want to tell them we blew up one of the founders of Equestria and burned to a cinder the bits that were left?
Might as well. I mean, they gonna die anyway, so let them freak out. They already gonna
Regardless
die.
of the circumstances,
So
I
y'all.
doubt that's something any peasant wants to hear about their new monarch, let alone the other founders who are her
Yeah,
friends.
you think?
Oh, my bird sister! Are you proposing that we practice some sort of deception?
Celestia asked
Yes.
doubtfully, her brow knit with concern.
Of
Yes,
course
I am.
not.
Or she
I just
is.
think it might be a good idea for us to focus every pony's attention on the celebration of Equestria's founding. Meanwhile,
Stop talking casually.
their protectors, can deal with whatever it is that caused the private's demise, privately, so to speak.
Luna, that was a poor pun, sister. Leave the comedy to the playwrights. But it is meant
Why are they talking so casually?
to be a merry
I
festival,
don't
suppose.
understand.
Perhaps it will help lighten the heavy hearts of our friends. It is a good idea.
By the way, where's the blood on them?
Of course.
Did I already mention that? I think I did, but where the freak
I
is the
hope
blood?
it's a good idea.
The two sisters
Where?
shared a worried glance.
Luna,
the
your
wind
horn
from
is
the
sharp.
north seemed to be
My
blowing
gosh.
a little colder. Though it was the time of year for ice and snow,
My
the pair
goodness.
could not help but feel an extra bite to the breeze. And perhaps, with their superior senses, they could feel the dark presence
They should have thought that
was
plan
slipping
through,
into
yeah.
their midst. A cold,
They just
dark
destroy your
feeling
pony, bro.
that
I mean, they
Luna
should have
and
done that, but
Celestia
I mean,
both doubted any celebration could ever hope to entirely dispel.
oh, back to the Rainbow Factory scene. My bad. To be concluded. There's a part 4. I shouldn't be doing that. I'm looking ahead. I know there's only 3 parts. I thought it was gonna be the rest of it, but okay. Part 4. I'm excited for it, man. Todd the Sparkle, appreciate you for sticking around. Other 14 viewers, they too weak to do it. But nah, honestly, I really don't care. I just love doing this. This freaking man, I love this channel, bro. I love it. Anyways, Mr. Left Turn, Mr. Deep Voice, Mr. I love your boy, voice. I love your boys. That sounded weird if he has any kids. And also, boy, like what? Love your voice, bro. Cloud9. Those people. Great all work by all y'all. Some were a little ham, but great all work by all y'all nonetheless. Video footage by story blocks. Video footage? What the freak? There was no video footage. I mean, well, there was, but I mean, there wasn't no live action video footage. Never mind. Like, subscribe. No, like, share, and subscribe for more family reading. Subscribe, like, bell notification, share, boy. That's what it is. I am exhausted. Anyone else? It's 10:14. Dang. I like that beat. That beat sounds nice. I'm also exhausted. We're almost done. I don't think we're gonna be sticking around for the rest of it, Twilight Sparkle. How long have we got left? Well, gosh darn it, get on the screen. You can do the math on that. 2 hours, 17 minutes, 2 hours, 49 minutes. You can do the math on that. I ain't gonna do it.
The closing song had gone over very well.
If you want to know the math, you can do it.
Was a little unsure about the Heart Carol's lyrics.
My head did
Still,
that.
it tended to be the simplest songs that stood the test of
I
time.
ain't gonna get in the shower tonight,
so
though.
even if the play were to be forgotten, the song might live on, spreading the message of friendship and togetherness. Having been granted glimpses into the myriad possible futures of Equestria through his own experimentation with
My
travel
camera's
in
burning
both time
up,
and
bro.
dimensions,
30 minutes
Starswell was
left.
sure
Oh,
that
no.
such sentiments would be pivotal in times to come.
I ain't gonna pause it anymore.
Tempting indeed to skip ahead in his own timeline to discover what might become of Celestia and Luna, but he feared learning too much about the mares they might become.
I like the artwork on
would
Luna,
ruin
bro.
the
That looks
relationship
nice.
he had with them in the here and now.
How'd they get the blood off their
Celestia
coats,
often
though?
seemed the more poised of the two, but once you got to know her, she had a somewhat silly and studious side that bordered on what younger ponies would consider geeky. Luna, the ever more distant and unapproachable, was actually extremely kind to animals and enjoyed sharing a good laugh, though this could lead to some very vexing pranks. It was these two he now sought as the great hall
Were they referring
slowly
back to the
drained of
Nightmare Night
audience
episode of
members.
Luna whenever she first came to Equestria?
Starswirl, a marvelous performance, wasn't it? I didn't know it would be so exciting,
said Celestia enthusiastically as the old unicorn made his way through the press of admiring nobles.
It was
they
clever
just
of you to sneak
ignore-
the new flag of the unified Equestria in at the end.
Don't listen to my sister.
Are they
She
just
was complaining
ignoring
about the
everything
flag's
that just
presence
happened?
being inaccurate when our royal selves had not yet been
Are
introduced.
they ignoring everything that just
Luna
happened?
rolled her eyes.
Given the overall tenor of the play, however,
Bro.
I very much doubt accuracy is all that important to the overall message.
They shouldn't be
If
princesses.
possible, it seemed that the younger sister had enjoyed the play almost more than her older sister. Her smile faded slightly as she saw the look on Starswell's bearded face.
Pray tell, is something wrong, dear Starswirl?
No,
Was the play
nothing's
not to thy
wrong.
liking?
I'm just about to die.
The play was wonderful, of course.
The old unicorn chuckled, doing his best to allay not only Luna's concern, but those of the
Chuckled.
nearby
You
nobility
chuckled?
as well.
I was simply hoping to have a word with the two of you. In private, perhaps?
Though the crowd was trickling out of the building, there were still many ponies on all sides. Such a request was ludicrous, or at least it would have been coming from any other pony.
Why, of course, Starswirl. We always have time for your valued advice.
Naturally, I agree with my sister. Shall you do the honors, or shall I?
By all means, allow me.
Starswell lit his horn,
Teleporting.
and a large cloud of smoke enveloped the trio. Dancing starlight swirled through the thick blue haze,
Oh, I like the
dazzling
artwork
those
on
nearby,
Celestia, too. I didn't
and
even look
leaving
at her.
every pony gasping and coughing in mild dismay.
Don't know how I missed, but why you have to do the smoke? Why you have to do the smoke, bruh?
That was a bit showier than usual, Starswirl. Felt like making a grand
Yeah.
exit.
They stood
technically
in
they
the
did.
highest tower of Canterlot
Very
Castle.
knowingly, too.
The air up
Don't you
here
want that to
was
be a secret?
frigid at the best of times, but right now it was downright freezing. Celestia and Luna both could not help shivering as the wind tugged at them. The few stars above that could be seen through the cloud cover twinkled merrily enough, but at this time and in this place they seemed far more distant and colder than usual. Starswell, for his part, stood as if the elements could not so much as touch him, save for his cloak and long beard. The look in his eyes made the Alicorn sisters cringe inwards. The powerful unicorn was their friend, but he had also been something like a teacher to them. Clover the Clever may have been his apprentice, but she was not the only powerful little pony that Starswell had watched over and guided. More than anything, they feared that a lecture was forthcoming.
No, fair Luna. It was merely the most expert speller I knew to get us away from the crowd. As you may have gathered, I have something of importance to impart upon you.
No, it's not
The
over.
old mage
It's not over.
paused, taking a deep breath
Nowhere
and
near.
gazing up into the frosty
Honestly,
night.
not
But
too much
first,
longer, like 20, a little over 20 minutes
What
left.
do you two think of the weather?
Why, 'tis most glorious, though perhaps a bit bracing upon these high towers and ramparts.
I was
agree
doing
with
that,
Luna.
get the
It
camera.
is rare for us to have ice and snow this early in the season.
Not lagging. That's a good thing. I could just do this, but shut up.
The Pegasi
Dang.
have done nothing at all.
A flash of blue magic burst from the unicorn's horn, spreading across the sky and penetrating the clouds. An echoing, terrifying scream spread across the sky before
My
it was
camera's
blended
hot.
with the howling wind.
Ooh, my camera's hot.
Something ethereal took shape just above the tower, like a ghostly horse outlined with ice and shimmering with snow. The apparition was there and gone in an instant, as a flaming heart took shape in the air and dispelled the chilly aura. But both the Alicorn sisters knew what the creature was on sight. They had been visited by a Windigo.
Our frosty evening is no work of Pegasi.
But I don't understand. I thought you had said the Wendigos would keep to the northern wastes.
Celestia's brow knitted in worry.
It's Candymare. Sorry for pausing this smoker, but it's Candymare.
That's so long as we stuck to the principles of unity and harmony. They would have no negative
It's
emotions to feed
Candymare.
off of here in Equestria.
I and my sister have kept to your principles, Starswell. We have guided this fledgling nation through many trials already. We have not strayed from its founding edicts of love and tolerance for all pony kind.
Candymare has.
Luna was flustered in her attempts to be heard over the rising wind.
I know.
There was a grim cast to Starswell's face.
However, the Pegasi have been disturbed. Ever since we lost Private Pansy, it seems Commander Hurricane has abandoned our plans to instead pursue those of his own. In time, he will begin to rebel openly against you. We cannot afford a schism among the tribes at so early a stage.
Why don't you
in
kill him
Equestria's
then?
history,
Like,
lest we risk this
get him
realm
outta here.
blanketed by the same frozen death
I
as
think the
old
Wendigos
lands.
will be able to feed off of that, though.
The Wendigos are too numerous for us to keep at bay without preserving harmony and
Wasn't there
working
only
together
3,
to
though?
overcome them.
I mean, I only seen
I'm
3.
afraid you may have to intercede in this matter.
Commander Hurricane has been distant since poor Pansy's tragic passing.
Hey Siri,
But
what does
I
intercede
thought he
mean?
was merely taking time to grieve.
Intercede means intervene on behalf of another.
Okay, so pretty much just okay. How would you kill Candymare if she could never die? Technically, you asked me an impossible question to answer, but I mean, I'll try my best. So pretty much what I would do, oh yeah, I'm strong, but no, I can't do anything against a freaking mayor made out of candy. But pretty much what I would do, what my dumb self would do, I eat her. Like, I'm not talking about sexually either. I would actually, then I'd die. I just remember about that. Then I would die. I'll become a slave. And I mean, I can kill her that way. Nah, she'd probably kill me before I can even get to her. Atomic bombs. I get the U.S. government to use atomic bombs. Will they believe me? but I still use atomic bombs.
I did not know we had
That might
so
work.
abandoned duties.
No,
I doubt it.
Did I?
Starswell
Or if she
gave
can
a
never
deep
die,
frown.
I'm afraid
then
I've been overly absorbed
that's
in
how I would
finding
try
a cure
it.
for the candy curse. I worry there may be other spell work at play here.
If I became
Old
Candymare's
spells
slave, bruh,
unknown to unicorn or even alicorn magic.
that would hurt.
As much information
She'd
as the
be a
journal
piece of
Pansy
crap to me,
recovered was
bruh.
able to relate
Bro,
to us. And as
I'm trying to look at my
much information as we were
face,
able to glean from the
but
Pegasi that
the
cared
frame
for
rate's
her
too fast. I can't do it.
Before she...
I think I'm bleeding.
Before she turned. I'm afraid we're still in the dark as to say what can be done to stop this menace.
Got dry
The
skin.
unicorn's eyes drifted over the city below.
I fear that it may be my lack of progress that has led Commander Hurricane to consider more mundane and militaristic solutions.
Is this not as it
Have a look
should
at
be?
these.
If there is no magical solution and there's no apparent negotiating with this monster, this Candymare, then surely it is up to the military might of Equestria to put down this threat. The Pegasi, after all, traditionally defend the other pony tribes in times of peril.
Yes, Luna, but that is our job now. We are the guardians of Equestria. I believe I see why you
And you
brought us
probably
here now,
gonna die
Starswell.
at the end.
Celestia bowed
Maybe
her
not,
head
since it's in the
low.
past.
Though we
So maybe they
spent
want
so
to do
much time on it, and though
Don't
it
wanna
was
kill him for
truly
the future.
delightful, our play alone cannot be expected to hold together our alliance. No, we are the guardians of Equestria, as its rulers, and it is time we dealt with matters to allay the fears of our people and to lay to rest the problem of this shadowy threat that looms over us all. For Commander Hurricane's sake, most of all, it should be we who take on this burden.
Well spoken, Celestia.
A small smile brightened Starswell's
Yeah, because
dour
Starswell knows
expression.
he don't have to
I
die.
confess, though I've made little progress in neutralizing the cure itself,
Yeah.
I have considered other methods that might be able to help us thwart this monster.
Would they perhaps involve the Tree of Harmony? I've been doing more research on the symbols of the
You
tree
think that will
since
kill it?
Lua and I received our cutie marks. That they match two prominent marks on the Tree of Harmony can be no coincidence. I suspect that there are others out there who will also find that they represent certain elements of harmony, and that with their aid we might come to better understand the awesome power offered by that.
Oh
most
wait, I was
ancient
gonna say the
of
main
artifacts.
six, but the main six don't exist in this time period.
Celestia, I believe that will be true in time. But in the here and now, there are other solutions we could consider. In my studies with travels through time and dimensions, I have stumbled across a realm where magic does not seem to naturally exist. At first, I dismissed the realm as introducing such a wild force as my own magic into the plane that is not adapted to its existence could have dire consequences.
Duh.
But I have come to second thoughts about this, however.
I was listening to what he was saying.
And I think that it may prove
Obviously.
a boon to us in the times to come. With its complete lack of magic, it's possible that it could have a dampening effect on any curse or magical creature that was banished there. This would have the double effect of removing the creature from Equestria as well as weakening it to the point it would pose no threat to even the other world.
Ingenious. Yet you're not mentioned this before? I fear an unspoken but is in our near future.
Starswell's expression turned sour again.
It is true, Princess. I am afraid the portal to the realm I speak of is only open once every 30 moons. The last cycle ended not that long ago, so I'm afraid...
Are you happen to be talking about human Equestria? Candylar, there we go, my bad. Candylar.
Would not be by any means a speedy solution, but rather one we could plan for and work towards over the coming months, which we can use to help combat this disgusting infection.
That is
Y'all be
unacceptable.
dead by then.
Luna interrupted with a suddenness that startled Starswell, causing the erudite unicorn to sputter to a stop in mid-sentence.
If this matter is as dire as thou portends, then we should act swiftly and stop this candied abomination. If I understand what you've been saying, she is less a living pony and more a living nightmare. Since taking stewardship of the moon and the night of Equestria, I have become acquainted with new powers that my vocation provides. As you said to us before, Starswirl, The spell to raise the moon rejuvenates and recharges my alicorn magic. But it has done so much more. I can now cast spells of transmogrification with ease, change my own shape and that of others like an ever-shifting shadow.
Her eyes glowed as she spoke, the night seeming to grow darker around them.
And it still won't do nothing to kill
lightning dancing through the
Candymare.
snow clouds.
And yes, I believe I have learned something of how to deal with nightmares. I believe I know a faster way to handle this being that threatens Equestria.
But that's nightmares.
This
is real life.
Isn't it?
Asked Starswirl uncertainly.
No, because it
Not
won't work.
entirely sure it was. This was a side of Luna he had never seen before.
Quite good, I should think, but that is only the first step. The Candymare has already become a boogymare, striking fear into the ponies of Equestria by word of mouth as much as by deed.
Boogymare?
I think that poor pansy was sacrificed to sow such fear amongst us. It is this unease that is likely responsible for Wendigo's appearance here tonight. I think it would be wise to suppress the tales of the Candymare.
Forbidding the spread of such tales may have the opposite effect of what you desire, Princess.
Said Starswirl matter-of-factly.
Then
We're
what do you
almost
suggest,
done. Twilight
Starswirl?
Spark, if you're still here.
Luna's
Looks like you are, but
gaze
I don't know.
unsettled
Oh,
the
wait,
old
yeah,
unicorn
you are.
slightly.
You just didn't.
Perhaps
Oh,
we
shoot. I
replace the
clicked
tails.
window key. Luna really likes using big words in her statements. Boy, you have no
About you
idea.
brave
Oh,
princesses and
man.
how you defeat the monster, and how much you love and cherish your people to face such a nightmare. Once the deed is accomplished, of course.
He added as an afterthought.
Ha! I like this plan. 'Tis one of which I approve very much.
Luna
You're
tossed
being
her head,
sarcastic. It sounds like
once
you were being
again her more cheerful self.
sarcastic.
And who's to say
Sarcastic.
then?
Celestia's serious
Carcasses.
demeanor faded away as well.
Sarcastic carcasses,
No,
I
enough
mean.
of this skullduggery.
I don't see the
I
difference.
propose we get out of this cold and get ourselves some mugs of hot cocoa. It is still
No.
Heartswarming Eve, an official holiday if I recall the declaration, and we will still have many guests to attend to in the palace below. There shall be much merriment, and I am
No.
willing to believe there may be a gift exchange
Don't.
as well. A novel idea, but one I hope becomes a tradition.
That sounds delightful, but I fear it may be, good old time for little ponies to be heading to bed.
Starswirl's age showed for the first time since they had arrived on the tower. Neither Luna nor Celestia bought the exaggerated frail old pony act for a moment. With a crafty smile, the powerful sorcerer vanished in another puff of blue smoke, leaving the sisters alone atop the Alicorn Citadel.
I swear, these pony folk are always sleeping through my beautiful nights. It strikes me as downright ungrateful. I shall have to do something about that as well in the future.
This is definitely hitting at this was the past. Yep. Well, Luna, you'll be spending 1,000 years on the moon.
Well, a problem to be dealt with another time, dear sister.
Celestia gathered her smaller sibling under her sheltering wing.
For now, let us merely say to our guests and wish them all a happy heartswarming and to all a good night.
These dudes, or these women, girls, mayors, just freaking princesses, demons, alicorns just used freaking Santa Claus thing. Hello? That's a portal to Equestria. Or
in a
Candymare.
dimly lit room, forgotten
is.
under a layer of cobwebs, sat silently, almost expectantly. Unlike the other broken down bits of furniture and scattered books,
Nose itching.
this item did not have the air of an abandoned object. Rather, the looking glass almost seemed to be waiting, like a patient if annoyed companion whose compatriot has been late one too many times. A disturbance in the air caused the webs to shift, the dust to fall in a tiny waterfall-like cascade. The ancient, mummified corpses of long-dead flies and the spiders who caught them danced and twirled in a parody of their former lives. Without warning, a bright flash of light illuminated the storage room, sending tattered dust covers dancing like so many ghosts. The room, was suddenly...
I'm jumping way ahead. This supposed to be in the past. Oh, great, we bring in the Equestria girls into the mix. I mean, hey, I like the Equestria girls. I want to say something so bad. Should I, though? Because then it wouldn't be bestiality. Is that Sunset Shimmer? That's all I wanted to say.
occupied.
Can't be.
It worked.
The cloaked figure grinned as her hooded
Scan to the
eyes
future.
darted back and forth. This was all familiar. Good. The element of surprise was on her side, but she did not have a moment to lose.
It's going into the future,
The
isn't it?
pony moved, swift as a fleeting shadow
going to the
across
future,
the
isn't
dusty
it?
floor. With only a moment's hesitation, she pushed open the door to the storage room and stepped out into the palace halls. All was dark and quiet. It was the middle of the night here, just as it had been in the world that the cloaked figure had come from. There did not seem to be any guards about,
Excuse me?
which was all the better for her plans. Still, she moved quickly but cautiously through the hallway. The spell that silenced her hoofsteps would only work for so long, but if she was fast, she could snatch the element of magic before Celestia would be any the wiser.
Yeah.
She could sense the power of the elements
That's talking
nearby.
about the future
They were
now.
faint.
Or
All she would need was a
we are
second.
the future
That
of the
stupid
time period that we're
Twilight
in.
Sparkle, who had replaced her in Celestia's heart, was hopefully still sleeping.
And probably snoring her stupid fat head off, too.
It
You
was
blew on the
odd how
mic, but
truly still everything was. There was not
Head
even a
off,
hint
too.
of a
Like,
breeze,
you blew on the
a
mic.
breath of air.
Just
Indeed,
saying.
the cloaked figure could not help but think that the edifice was not unlike a neglected tomb, a sepulchre long abandoned. Just how long had she really been gone?
Oh, my goodness.
Was it possible that what had seemed like a few years to her had been ages on this side of the portal? Had she somehow miscalculated?
Where is every pony?
With a growing sense of unease, she set hoof into the main hall, and her breath caught in her throat. The palace.
Oh,
was
that
a wreck.
artwork creepy, bruh.
The few remaining tapestries, torn to shreds, hung limply from the
What
walls and
time
archways.
period we in?
A shimmering carpet of jagged,
Bro.
multicolored shards was all that remained of the stained glass windows, which Celestia had once cherished so dearly. Beyond
A little
those
over 10
glassless
minutes,
apertures
under 20.
lay only darkness,
Almost
as
done.
if something had blotted out every
Can't wait.
star in the sky.
I'm exhausted.
The cloaked mare was
I mean,
not
I
sure
love doing
if she
live
was
streams, though.
relieved or
I love it.
terrified when she discovered that the windows
I
were
love
merely
it.
blocked by piles of
love it.
rubble. Apparently, the very
But
masonry
what time
of the
period are
palace
we in?
that had stood for time
Where the
immemorial
frick she at?
lay thick enough on the ground to bury what remained of the great hall. The buildings that had survived for over 1,000 years since Equestria's founding had been reduced to mere rubble. What had happened here? Had there been some sort of attack? Some terrible cataclysm? Or had the old citadel simply been left to the ravages of the ages?
Citadel, I've heard that word
and
before.
now lay in the relentless
Don't know what
jaws
it
of
means, but I've heard the
entropy.
word before.
Only one way to find out.
Deciding that
Find
the
out what the word
need to
means? Like,
gather
what you talking about?
information now
Twilight
trumped her need
Sparkle.
for
My
stealth.
goodness.
She
Have your
risked
name
a
on the brain.
translocation spell.
They're looking at your name
She
right when I
only
freaking
hoped
said that.
the
But Sunset
balcony
Shimmer.
was still there.
Something in the shadows? Nah.
In a flash of green, not unlike the last rays of the setting sun, the hooded figure
Sunset
found
Shimmer.
her hooves on solid,
Sunset.
if sticky,
My bad.
ground.
My bad,
The
bruh.
balcony still existed,
Bad, bruh.
though its shape was irregular
Bad.
and bizarre in the chilly moonlight.
Trying to make commentary, okay?
She
Shut up.
had been right in one regard. It was indeed night. If the position of the stars were any indication, it was the right time of year as well. Indeed, even the correct era. But everything else was terribly, terribly wrong. Beneath the glow of a high, full moon, she could just glimpse the landscape through a thick pall of mist and fog. Equestria spread out below in a twisted parody of its former majesty. The land was luminescent in the dark, sparkling beneath a sugar-frosted coating that seemed to dust everything. The distant forests, supported by thick candy cane tree trunks, lifted glowing candied leaves to the stars. What should have been grassy fields stretched far into the distance in bright pink bubblegum shades. A green, gloppy sludge that passed for a river bubbled and fizzed along its banks. The very air was heavy and cloying, the scent of so many sweets threatening to suffocate the mare. And the city, once proud and prosperous, Canterlot.
This is taken off the original Candymare story, isn't that? Is it not? Wait a minute. This is talking about the original Candymare story. Oh, snap.
What now lay in ruin. What few parts of it still stood were now bizarre, gingerbread versions of their former glory. Even the balcony upon which she stood, the refinements of the palace itself, all had been transformed into a confectioner's mockery of its once sublime beauty. A chill seemed to penetrate the cloaked pony's body from all sides, though it had nothing to do with the misty atmosphere, even if it was as cold as a Wendigo's heart. No, there was a deep, dark, ancient magic at work here, the kind that made every hair in her mane and tail stand on end. Lowering her hood, even Sunset Shimmer could not help but mutter to herself,
"By Celestia's beard, what is going on?"
Her red and yellow
What does
mane,
that mean by
vibrant in the
Celestia's
silvery
beard?
light,
She don't have a
Celestia's
beard.
former apprentice felt all her dark ambitions evaporate as she looked down upon the wreckage of the once mighty pony
By
civilization.
Celestia's sake, maybe,
What
but
good
not beard.
had all her
Dang.
planning been? What use now did she have for a mind-controlled army? Did she really want to conquer this dump?
What
Excuse
happened
me.
here?
Had she waited too long? She had originally planned to invade before Halloween, but had stayed her plans to better cultivate her army. How long had Equestria been like this? She had not been home for more than information-gathering
You
visits
said Halloween.
since she left in anger
You mean
years
Nightmare
ago.
Night? Oh, well.
On her last trip here,
Celestia has a
after the
beard?
summer
I did not
sun
know that.
celebration,
I didn't
when
know
Luna
that.
returned, everything had seemed fine.
Me neither.
Could she have
But apparently she
prevented
does.
this? What of Celestia's vaunted student, Twilight Sparkle? Where was she while all this wreck and ruin was happening? What about Cadence, the pony chosen to be an alicorn ahead of the much more deserving Sunset? What of Luna herself? Surely the ruler of the night could have... A distant mountain rumbled
Luna
suddenly
just came
on the
back, bro.
horizon,
She ain't gonna do
interrupting
anything.
her
She just came back
thoughts.
from 1,000-year millennium
Was it
on
some kind of
freaking
volcano?
and a freaking
Was
moon.
that
She ain't
what
gonna do
had
nothing.
blanketed everything in this unnatural candy shell?
Her first
What
Nightmare Night
truly
bite.
bizarre feat of magic
Bike.
could spawn
Bet.
such a
She about to
thing?
die.
Had
Bike
Discord
and she
somehow
about
been
to die.
freed from his stone prison?
Bars.
No.
My bad.
This mountain was something else. As the unicorn watched, lights
audio
flickered
glitching.
all across the mountain as tiny blue flames sparked to life all along the craggy surface. The mountain shook again, this time causing the already crumbling city to pitch and heave violently, as though it were a ship caught on a stormy sea. The earthquake intensifying, it was all Sunset Shimmer could do to hold onto the balcony's railing as the mountain
unplug the
rose
camera now.
and seemed to blot out the night
I'll color
sky.
around the core.
The quakes came in a steady
That's my
rhythm
iPhone
now,
charger, okay.
accompanied by a series of thunderous booms. Nearby buildings shattered into cookie crumb pieces, while a great exhalation of frigid air seemed to sweep away the fog. It was then that Sunset could see what the mist had been hiding. Bones.
Here we
A thick carpet of them were strewn
Bones?
all across the city. The bare, naked bones and smiling skulls of long dead ponies gleamed brightly beneath the pale glow of the moon.
What was that sound? Was that like a
As the
trumpet?
moving mountain
Bro.
loomed over her, Sunset could see that there were other
There's the
polished
guards.
skulls and fleshy heads set in the side of the Candy Crag, though there were far too many to count. Some even looked familiar. Wreathed in azure flames, the skull's jaws hung open in inaudible
I'll go back through the portal
screams.
before it closes.
It was none of this that held the unicorn's attention, however. No.
Wait a minute. What's going on here? Did Candymare already get the sunset? Like, there's a horn, I think. What is all of this?
It was the face. That horrible, hideous face that hovered just above the balcony, blotting out the sky. Beneath a mane of crimson tendrils, which cascaded like a waterfall down one side of the gargantuan, misshapen head, eyes that seemed to be the size of the moon glowed with malice and madness, focusing squarely on Sunset Shimmer. This was no bizarre volcano or mountain, but something far worse. In that horrible moment of realization that the Colossus was in fact looking right back at her, the thing smiled.
So she wasn't on a mountain?
Teeth as large as the palace's shattered spires pried slowly apart.
That means Celestia and Luna did not defeat Candymare. They knew about her.
A long,
They could not defeat her.
tongue scraped across.
They just freaking only made it when she comes out on Nightmare Night, because they couldn't defeat her. So, but why would they try to ban her? Like, they could not kill her. Clearly. I don't understand.
Across them, leaving a trail of translucent drool. Sunset Shimmer could just see a reflection of herself in one candy corn.
I don't know what's going on with
tooth.
this blob right here.
What? No. Get away from me! Get away!
Well, okay then. She just died.
Bloody crunch. The Candymare's laughter was the only sound that filled the dead world. That should have rung at this time of year with heartwarming carols and the laughter of uncorrupted children.
Oh! Rip Sunset Shimmer. More like Rip Corbett. Bro, I vibrated, man. Shut up. Shut up. Already, just shut up. Bro. That's the face of Nightmare. That's the face of Nightmares right there. Yes, it is, Twiza Sparkle. Holy crap. That scared me. Genuine fear right there, people. Or a person. Now, Candymare, what you gonna do? What are also Rip Corbett? Yep, thank you. Thank you, Twiza Sparkle. What you gonna do now? If you kill everyone in the world, you're gonna be the only one on in the planet. Like, what you gonna do? What are your hopes? Like, they can't reproduce or anything? Like, what are your hopes? The end. The end, bro. The end. By Necroman. Oh, hello. Oh, she bit her whole body in half. Okay. Well, I think she dead. What tries the sparkle? What you think? You think Sunset's still alive after that? I was about to end it right there. I'm glad I didn't. Candymare voiced by Rena Silvertone. Clap it up. Clap it up. Source Tour voiced by Volk in the Box. Nope, Sunset is dead. Yes, she is. Celestial voiced by Agent O'Fluffy. Agent O'Fluffy. There we go, my bad. Una voiced by Vlad the Voices. Clap it up. Vladdy Voices or whatever. Zipper voiced by Eclipse Readings. Can't pronounce names. Alright, shut up. Hurricane voiced by Mr. Left Turn. Yep, I already seen that one. Clover voiced by Olive 2005. The year I was born, April 5th, 2005. Pansy voiced by Haley K. Oh crap. Hey yo, bro, I've been recording for so long. My AirPod died. My AirPod legitimately died. I've been recording for so long. That was also the year I was born. Hey yo, Jonathan Sparkle. Hey, we share something in common. Let's go. Oh, snap, crackle, pop. Security mode. View security. What the freak? Did not find any threats since your last summary. I appreciate that. Now, why won't you connect AirPods? Camlink 4K. What I'm on right now. Boy. My bad. Strawberry Patch voiced by Cloud9. Oh man, that's a lot better in my eardrums. Gretel voiced by Storyflame. I've heard of Storyflame. Handle voiced by Optic Rainfall. The reason why it sounds better is because this ear is like, oh, been hearing voices. Or by all those people. Yo, Cloud9 did some artwork too. End song, Once Upon a December by Caroline or whatever. Thank you to everyone who has made this production possible. The voice cast, the artists, the fans who tuned in each video, and most of all, Knackerman or whatever for writing such a glorious, creepy holiday story. Merry Christmas, every pony. Appreciate it, Scribbler. A little light on it, though, don't you think? Actually, I'm the one late. Let's be honest with ourselves. We made it. 3 hours and 42 minutes. Hey, yo, I think I'm about to go for 20 more minutes to make it 4 hours. No, I'm not. I'm out. I'll see y'all in the next one. Twas and Sparkle, thank you for sticking around. Anyone watching this in post, or not post, I don't know why I keep saying post, but anyone watching this after, oh my goodness, Scribbler, look at your freaking profile picture. I love that. That's freaking amazing. I freaking love that crap. I don't know why I said crap, but anyway, anyways. Before I do go, I do want to check something out. Before I go, I want to check something out. Yay, we made it. Yes, we did. Oh, yeah, it hasn't released yet. Another Apple still. Oh, hello, how you doing? Y'all see that freaking YouTube banner thing? Whatever the freak it's called. Artwork, YouTube artwork, I think is what it's called. I don't know. Another Apple Sleep experiment. I can't wait for part 3. I can't. Or part 4, my bad. I was reading 3 right there. For part freaking 4. Can't wait. But I hope you guys, I hope you guys did enjoy this video. If you guys did, subscribe, like, comment, bell, notification, share. And always, I'm going to go ahead and get off here. Hope you guys did enjoy. Peace out.